In this Make Money with AI Masterclass, I'm going to show you all the strategies that are working right now to make money with AI. I'm going to break everything down with proof. I'm going to give you the full 30-day framework to implement every single one of these methods. I'm going to show you that it actually works. I'm going to give you my best tips based on thousands of hours where I've tested this stuff. And if you want to learn how to make money with AI in 2026, this is your ultimate master plan and course. This is completely free to watch and you can check it out. Let's go. Today I'm going to break down how I make money with X. You can see an example here of how much we've been paid so far. If we actually have a look at the recent payments, you can see that we got paid this much on X for creating content. And the craziest thing about this is it's pretty much all automated with AI. I'm going to show you how to replicate the same process. So you can see, for example, here, if we look at this post, it's an AI avatar video of me. This is not the real Julian Goldie. If we pull this up full screen, you can see an example. And then if we actually pull up this post, you can see this content itself was actually automated with AI as well. So the video is AI, the caption is AI, and I've shown you how much we get paid by doing this. Right? And it's actually mind-blowing how well this works. The other thing that I've noticed, especially with X, is like there's a compounding effect where it actually grows over time. So if we have a look at, for example, over the last few weeks, you can see that our reach is just growing more and more. For example, if we have a look at the 1st of January, we reached 329,000 people in one day. So not only do we get paid by X for creating this content, but also it drives traffic to our funnels, right? So for me, for example, I have two sides of the business. I have the AI automation community, which is the AI profit boardroom, and that has grown from funneling traffic to this amount. And then if we have a look at the SEO agency, we actually have over 100 clients and we generate sales by generating traffic to this page, which gets us sales for our SEO agency, right? And so we get paid by X, but then also we funnel traffic and we use X to drive traffic to our most important funnels. And if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. We're just going to get straight into this. So I'm going to break this down and show you exactly how we do this. We've also got a bonus tutorial here if you need more help, all the free tools that we're using today. And I'm going to show you the X traffic engine framework. And honestly, it's ridiculous how simple this is, right? So here's the X traffic engine works, right? So step number one, AI is going to write the tweets for you. AI is going to generate video versions of your content. You're going to automate your posts and have everything running on schedule. You're going to get X to show your content to more people. And then you wake up with new followers and traffic, right? And this is the traffic engine blueprint that we're talking about today. Okay, so let me show you exactly how this works step by step. So for example, when I'm creating on X, what I actually use is this Claude project. So I use Claude AI to help me generate the posts. And then I actually use HeyGen to generate the avatar videos, right? HeyGen generates the avatar videos. Let's sign in here. You can see all these avatar videos that we've created, right? And then if we go over to Claude, you can see inside Claude, we've got this Twitter writer, right? So this actually writes content for our Twitter account. And basically all we're doing is just posting more and more content inside Twitter or X, however you want to call it, that generates traffic and generates more customers for us to grow our business, right? Now, the way that I actually exponentially improve this and track this is I have a tracker like this. It tracks the post, how many views we got, and the actual hook that we use. The hook is just the first few lines, and that is the most important part of X post, right? So these two lines at the top, that is the most important part. That's like the 80-20 of the whole post itself, right? And you can see, for example, these posts reach a lot of people. So let me show you how we actually automate this process. I've actually turned it into a full SOP, as you can see right here. So I can just quickly click the buttons and generate the outputs using this. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you here is that we have the instructions inside Claude for generating the post automatically with X, right? So you can see here it's trained on my target audience, it's trained on what we want to write, how we're going to write it, etc. And then we have the full instructions right here. And how do we do this? Well, let me show you an example of the workflow, and I'll show you how quick and easy this is as well to generate posts on X, because I've pretty much nailed the system at this point, and you can see how well it's doing for us. So let me show you an example. Here's what we're going to do, right? So I'm going to open this up, these 4 links, as you can see. Then we're going to download a video. So let's say, for example, we want to do this video right here. We're going to download that one. Then from there, we're going to open up this YouTube video. We're going to go to the transcript over here, and we're going to copy and paste that into Claude, right? So we've got a Claude project that we just opened up a second ago. We're going to paste that in, right? That's going to generate the tweet for us. And then in the meantime, whilst we're waiting for the tweet to be generated, we're going to open up that video inside Twitter as well, right? And this is just going to upload. The reason that we do it in this format, in this way, is like it's the most time efficient way that I've found to do this, right? Also, you might be saying, why don't you automate posting directly to Twitter? Why don't you use NA10 for that and that sort of thing? The thing that I found is like Twitter actually shuts down accounts that automate the post themselves, right? So the actual post you want to upload manually, but you can see how you can quickly create the content and do this in a few seconds using a combination of the video from AI avatar and also the post itself, right? So you can see here it's given us 3 different hooks for this particular post. So let's, for example, take this post, like I'm going to grab that, paste in the hook. Then we're going to take the rest of the post over here. We're going to paste that in. As you can see, here we go. We'll paste that in. And then I just like to format it so like every sentence is on a new line. That just makes it easier to read and digest. And I think that helps you a lot on Twitter to get more engagement. The simpler you make your content, the better, to be honest with you. And then you can see here, we've got the post ready to go, right? And we just rinse and repeat that 50 times a day. As you have a team of VAs who actually have access, and you can delegate your Twitter account and they give people access. Now, in the meantime, what we do inside the spreadsheet is we go back up here and we're going to add the link. We're going to add the date. So I add the number, the date, and then we actually add the views as well, right? And the reason that we want to track this is because we're either going to find out whether the hook was good or bad, right? And either way, that's great, right? So if it's a bad hook, perfect. I can retrain the AI inside the custom instructions inside Claude on what a bad hook is, right? So I can give it more data and test more stuff and tell it, right, avoid hooks like this. So you can see, for example, here, we actually list all of our bottom 90% hooks, all the worst performing hooks, and we list it in this list, right? Now, if it's a banging post, right, if it popped off, then what we do is we have this top 10% list of hooks that actually popped off, and we say, do more of this. So basically, do more of this, do less of this. And then the more you train Claude on what's a good hook and a bad hook by posting more and testing, the better Claude is going to be, right? And it's quite good because even if you wake up and you've got a bad post, no problem, mate. That just retrains the AI on what's good. And as an example of this, like if you look at this post that was fully automated with AI, actually got 77,000 views in one day. And that's why our X analytics are just beginning to grow more and more using this process, right? 329,000. Look at the difference, right? A few weeks ago, we were only getting 120,000 views a day on X. Now we're getting 329,000 views per day. And this only gets better. It only improves. Look at our analytics. It's all going up, right? And the more views and reach you get and the more engagement that you get, obviously, the more you would make if you check out the revenue sharing section, as you can see right here. Like a few months ago, we were only making this, as you can see, and now we're making this. So it's a really powerful process. It self-iterates, self-improves, gets better all the time. And it's very simple, quick, and easy and efficient. And you can actually get your team to just handle it for you, right? And that's basically it. Let's have a look at some of these tweets from yesterday and actually check these out. So I want to see the views on these, see how we performed. So yeah, so you can see this one got 7,300 views, and that's in less than 24 hours. So let's check out the next one. This one didn't do so well, so 900 views. We might put that in the bad hook list. And then let's have a look at this one. Yeah, 1,000 views. So not bad, but not great, right? I think we can do better. And so probably these two I'd put on the bad hook list. And then this one that got 7,000 views, I'd put on the high performing list. Just retrain Claude based on that and just get better and better at this process. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab. This connects you with 43,500 members, as you can see. And also inside the classroom here, you can get access to all the free notes if you go to this course right here. But it's better than most people's paid stuff, all right? So if you want to get access to it, all the video notes, the 30-day plan, all the prompts, for example, we've actually got a full section right here on all the prompts and how you can use this. It's all inside the AI Success Lab. And then if you want to get access and more help with AI automation, well, inside the AI Profit Boardroom community, we have a team of winners and a tribe of people learning, growing, and posting their goals with AI. On top of that, what we actually have inside the classroom is a full 6-week business automation masterclass that takes you from complete beginner to building out your AI automations in 5 minutes. You see, build an AI agent in 5 minutes. On top of that, we'll show you how to create avatar videos like I've shown you today. If you want to see how to get more clients for your agency, you can check out this course. If you want to learn my best AI SEO automations, you can check out this. And if you struggle with focus and you struggle with overwhelm, we have a focus protocol through exactly how to stay laser focused and avoid the overwhelm and craziness that comes with learning AI. You can just enjoy it stress-free and stay 100% focused on growing your business. How to make money with Google Gemini for free. Google just made something that you can use with Gemini. And today I'm going to show you how to use it to start getting sales online. No business needed, no tech skills needed, no audience needed. I'm talking about Google Gemini. And what most people don't know is that the free version now includes tools that can, for example, like research entire markets for you in minutes, generate images that drive traffic to your offers, create custom AI assistants that do all the work, write content that ranks on Google and send people to your links. And today I'm going to show you a brand new framework I called the Gemini Money Method, how to go from zero to your first dollars in 30 days using free tools, the exact prompts I'd use to automate this system, and over 100 copy and paste prompts so you can see it, right? So let's get straight into it. The Gemini method. What are we doing here? For example, the Gemini method that we're using is a 30-day framework to really start generating sales online using this method, right? So what is the Gemini method? We're going to generate niche research, engineer, make your first digital assets, ignite traffic, nurture leads into buyers, and then iterate and scale, right? And this is the exact framework I'd follow if I had to start doing this. And let's break down each phase. So the niche research, really you want to find a niche where people are already buying stuff. So how do you do that? You can go on to Gemini. Okay, so if we go to Gemini here, and we're going to copy this prompt, like paste that in, and we can find a bunch of niches. And essentially what we can do from here is start finding niches quickly that we could go into. So that is the niche research implemented, as you can see. But basically you can see from the 30-day plan, you get a prompt, you can quickly just copy and paste right here. So you can see, for example, it's giving us trending ideas like AI and personal productivity. We've got, for example, pickleball. That could be a really good one. And you've got a bunch of niche ideas that you could quickly go into. Then from there, what you want to start doing is finding potential programs that you could start promoting, right? So these are offers that you can find to start finding affiliate programs where you can promote them. And if you click and buy, you get sales, right? So for example, here, if you go back inside and let's say we've picked the personal productivity niche, for example, we're going to go over here, take that, then we'll go inside this section, paste that in, and we're just going to get the sign up links and everything, right? So it's just a copy and paste prompt that we can get. And so that finds us the affiliate programs that we can start promoting and getting sales from. And so far, we've automated the niche research and also finding the affiliate programs that we can promote as well, as you can see. Now, from there, what you want to start doing is generating digital assets, right? So we're going to wait for that to load. And in the meantime, I'm going to scroll down here. We're going to start creating content that we can use to promote, to get traffic, right? Because once we've found our niche and we've found a program that we can promote, we can start getting sales online, right? So you can see, for example, you can start promoting Notion. If I was in the AI personal productivity niche, and if I promote Notion and people click on it and buy stuff, we get sales, right? And you can see the commission rates right there. And so if we go back to the notes from today, we can grab this prompt like so. And now what we want to do is start creating blog posts that we can create with Gemini and post to Medium using this, right? So if you want to see an example of that, we post blogs on our website daily. The reason I recommend Medium is like it's free to post on. Instead of building your own website and spending time doing that, you can just go straight onto Medium and start posting today. And so you can grab example prompt like this. We can automate the content with Gemini and then start posting it to Medium, right? So if we go on here and then let's say, for example, we picked the niche of AI personal productivity and we're going after Notion. We can create an article about Notion for personal productivity with AI, right? So let's post that. Notion plus how to use Notion AI tool for productivity. The one thing to be careful of here is like Medium doesn't really like affiliate links. If you don't want to promote on Medium, you could always do that on Reddit or your own website as well. You could do it on LinkedIn, etc. So find whatever works for you and always stick to the guidelines of these platforms, right? But you can see how we've automated the content there. And then we could just put that on a blog post or on LinkedIn as well. As an example of this, let me go onto LinkedIn. You can do this on X as well, Twitter. But if we go into my posts and activity, and then we'll go to articles, you can see that we publish articles daily promoting this content, right? So for example, like this example post right here, and then we send traffic to our funnels, as you can see, right? And that's basically how it works. We've automated the content, we automate the niche research, we post it for free to somewhere like LinkedIn or Medium or Reddit or our website. And then we just rinse and repeat. And the more content you create, the more traffic you get, the more traffic you get, the more sales you get, right? That's basically how it works. And so that's a 30-day plan for really implementing this stuff. Now, what you've learned today is the Gemini method. So D stands for niche research, which you've automated with Gemini. Engineer means building out and getting the links from the programs to signing up, for example, to Notion, as we talked about earlier. Making your first digital asset. So for example, this is a digital asset we're posting on LinkedIn. Igniting traffic it with AI content. So you can automate the content with Gemini, as we've talked about today, and you can steal this prompt. And then for nurturing the leads into buyers, we've talked about a bunch of examples. And then finally, iterating and scaling, right? Really what you want to do at this point is look at what's working and then how can you scale it up, right? So for example, we can look at the stats from our newsletters on LinkedIn and then figure out, okay, what's working the best right here. Let me show you an example. So if we go to my newsletters on LinkedIn, and then we can have a look at the stats, we can get a breakdown of what's working, what's not, what performed the best. You can also go into LinkedIn here and you can get your analytics, right? So if we go into, let's have a look here. So you can go into analytics like this and see what are your top performing posts, and then just double down on the stuff that works really well. So if we go back here, at this stage, you would iterate and scale, right? Analyze, optimize, and then just double down on the stuff that's working. And so you now have everything you need to really start making this work for you. Now, I've given you 100 prompts that you can copy and paste right here. So for example, if you want to automate niche research, you can with this method. And we've got 15 prompts for that, product creation prompts, content creation prompts, email marketing prompts, etc. Everything you need really to start implementing this. And just to recap, you've got all the links from today. You've got the full framework that we've talked about. We've got the 30-day plan, etc. And you have everything you need to really get started with this. So the notes from today are inside the AI Success Lab. This is a free community that connects you with 42,900 people. As you can see, you can post in the community, get help, get support whenever you need it. If you go into the classroom, if you want the video notes from today, go to this section. And then inside this section, you can see the video notes from today. I've also added an extra video tutorial on how to use Gemini, Notebook, and Google to really help you with this stuff. And then you can see all the video notes and the full guide from today as well. And then if you want to get help, support, if you want to connect with me personally, etc., you can do that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And inside here, we have an amazing community of people who are action takers with AI, right? So we have 2,000 members, all serious builders in the AI industry. And you can see, for example, Portia posts a daily accountability group, and people check in, post their goals, see what they're working on, etc. On top of that, you can share your wins, you can ask questions. And also what we actually do each week is inside the weekly update section, I actually condense all the information, all the tests, all the work that I do into a weekly update that you can just read in a few minutes and get up to speed quickly. So if you ever feel like AI is overwhelming, you don't know where to get started, etc., then you can get that all directly inside here. Now, inside the classroom, you can get access to all of my best training. So if you go inside this section, you can get my 6-week AI automation masterclass that takes you from a complete beginner to an expert in AI. And on top of that, you'll get my training on how to build your first AI agents in under 5 minutes. As well as that, you'll get my full playbook on, for example, how to automate Twitter, newsletter, short AI avatar videos, and everything else. And that's all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. And then also you'll get, for example, the training on other methods you could use for this, NA10 templates, the agency course that shows you how to get clients. You got my coaching call recordings. You can actually jump on coaching calls inside the AI Profit Boardroom as well. And then finally, for example, you can get my best AI SEO automations and a full roadmap on how to go from like nothing to building out a full YouTube channel in 6 weeks, right? That's all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Ernesto says, seriously, what are you drinking? Because that level of energy and perseverance showing up again and again with fresh AI news feels less like caffeine and more like a secret upgrade patch for humans. Do you know, I was meeting up with a friend the other week and he was giving me some advice on Instagram, how to leverage it. And I was showing him what I was working on as well, because he gave me so much value. I was like, I have to help this person as much as I can as well. I showed him how I work, what my systems are, what I'm working on currently. And he said, Julian, you are the first person I've met who I think maybe he's already got a neural link inserted in his brain. And obviously he was joking, but the main point there is I think I'm very systemized. And yeah, I think I do look after my energy a lot. I actually have a full protocol inside the AI Profit Boardroom that breaks down how I stay focused and how I stay energized, right? So if you go to the Start Here section inside the AI Profit Boardroom here, and you check out the Julian Goldie Ultimate Focus Manual, as you can see right there, that actually guides you through like exactly how I stay focused, how I keep my energy, how I stay perseverant, etc. And you can just steal that from me inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So appreciate you all watching, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye. Today, I'm going to show you how to make money with AI affiliates, right? So for example, here you can see that we got paid this amount using the affiliate program for NA10. Basically, I'm going to break down this process step by step and show you exactly how we do it. All right. And the great thing about this is if you don't have a product, if you don't have an audience, And if you don't want to spend like months building something before you see your first sale, then I'm going to show you this new method, and AI does 90% of the work for you. So you don't need to film yourself. You don't need any complicated technical stuff. You don't need to wait 6 months to see results. And today I'm going to show you how complete beginners are using free AI tools to find trending products, create content that sells them, and build new businesses that use this method. Okay. And I'm talking about a step-by-step system, day 1 to 30, so that you're going to learn exactly what niche you can go into, how to find affiliate links, AI generated content that can drive traffic to your affiliate links, and then also a simple funnel that you can steal from me. And this is basically the exact playbook I wish I had when I started, and we'll get straight into it. All right. So we're going to use the affiliate flywheel framework. This is my personal framework for building affiliate traffic, as you can see right here. Each stands for a new part of the system, as you can see. All right. So let me show you an example of how we're doing this. What you can do, for example, is you can actually create like these review pages. Let's take an example here. So for example, you could build like an AI tool review blog, use Gemini to write the blogs. Each post links to your affiliate sign up, and then you have one post ranking on Google that can generate affiliate sales. So I'm going to break this down and show you how it works. So essentially here, let's say step number 1, pick a niche. Step number 2, sign up to an affiliate program. Step number 3, create content that drives traffic to the affiliate program. And then step number 4, if people click and buy, you get sales. And that's basically how it works, right? So you pick a niche, you sign up to an affiliate program, you create content that drives traffic, and then people click and you get sales, right? So let me show you how this works as an example. So for example, we've actually got a training program on how to do this inside the Profit Boardroom. If you go to this section here, inside the classroom, basically what people are doing, if we break down the program, for example, like Sandy created a new YouTube channel, clipped my videos, and then started sending traffic to his affiliate link for the AI Profit Boardroom. Let me show you an example how this works, right? So if we go to videos here and we go to this example video, right? He's basically clipping my videos on my YouTube channel, as you can see. And then inside this section, he actually links directly to our affiliate programs. And so if people click on this and then they buy, he gets a sale, he gets a referral, right? Which is pretty awesome. And so the whole process here is like you create content promoting the affiliate program. He's doing it on YouTube, but you can do it on social media. That could be Twitter, could be a blog, could be YouTube, etc. And then every time someone buys, he gets 40%, right? And then he just rinses and repeats that daily. So as an example of that, you can see his channel right here. And this channel now has 800 subscribers. And he's just publishing videos daily that promote the affiliate program. One of the best things about this affiliate program is like you have to be a member of the AI Profit Boardroom to actually start promoting it. But as you can see, these affiliate program commissions actually add up over time, which is pretty awesome. So that's how the whole process works. And that's how it would work, for example, for a Faceless YouTube channel. Now, you could do the same thing, for example, for an AI tool blog review. How would that work? If we have a look, for example, at juliangoldie.com, and then we go to the blog section here, we can see that we're doing the same thing, but we create content on our website that ranks on Google. We don't create content on YouTube. I mean, we do, but this specific method is using my website, right? So you can see here, for example, the keyword is Gemini AI agents. When people type that to Google, they're much more likely to rank, and it funnels traffic to our offer. Now, that offer could be an affiliate link. It doesn't have to be your own offer. And then we create content and automate it with AI, post it to our website. When it ranks on Google, if people click and buy, we get sales, right? And so it's a similar sort of method. So if we go back to the roadmap here, you could do this on a blog. You could do this on a Faceless YouTube channel. You could also do this on a Substack. I've never tried that. We have used Substack before. I do have some friends who get really good results with Substack, so that could be an option. And then also Medium as well. You could create articles on Medium using Gemini, get paid by Medium, and then you use that method as well, right? So I actually created a 30-day roadmap for the affiliate flywheel plan. And this shows you exactly what to do step by step to get results with this. And some people here will say like you need a big audience to get affiliate sales, or people think like you need lots of followers or years of content, or like big creators get all the sales, or small guys can't compete. That's what some people think, right? But if you actually look at Sani's channel, for example, when he started from zero, right, so he's only published a few videos. He's already at 800 subscribers. He's already getting sales using this method. And basically the new belief, really the right belief, is like targeted content beats big audiences. So 100 targeted readers can beat 10,000 random followers. And niche content tends to rank faster on Google and YouTube. So if you go after buyer intent stuff, for example, like best longevity program, whatever it is, then you're more likely to get sales as well. That's going to convert better. And then also quality beats quantity every time. So, what most people don't understand is like a blog post with 500 views can actually generate more customers than a viral video with 100,000 views. Now, why is that? It's because of intent, right? If someone searches like best CRM for small businesses 2025, they're not browsing, buying, right? They just need someone to help them decide, and that's you. So if you write the comparison, you get the sale. And it doesn't matter if you have only 47 subscribers. If those 47 people trust you, trust converts and followers don't, right? That's what it's about. I've actually covered some of the best limiting beliefs that might be holding you back here, but the main point to note here is it works. I've proven it works for Sani. I've proven it works for myself, as you can see, and it's a process that you can rinse and repeat. So just to recap what you've learned today, right? You've learned the affiliate flywheel framework for building sales. You've learned why you don't need a product, audience, or tech skills to start because you can use affiliate programs, right? I've given you the exact 30-day plan to start from zero to earning sales. You know how free tools like Gemini or Medium and Canva can automate everything. You know how to break through the limited beliefs back, and you've got real examples of what's working right now. So you've got everything you need to start. The only thing left is to start, right? If you want to get all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab. That is a community that connects you with 42,900 members. You can post inside the community, connect with people inside there. And then also inside the classroom here, we have all our training notes from today for free inside this section. So if you go to this section, you'll see the video notes from today, the resources, the links, the framework, the 30-day plan, and all the limiting beliefs that might be potentially holding you back as well. All right, so you can get that inside the AI Success Lab completely free. And if you haven't checked out already, feel free to check out the AI Profit Boardroom. This is just an awesome community with 2,000 serious builders who are interested in AI. We have a daily accountability group where you can check in, post your goals, post what you're working on, and then we all work and grow together. We also have our wins, so people share and celebrate their wins and what's working for them right now, and we all celebrate together, as you can see. And then also inside the community here, you can post questions and get support. So if you're struggling with anything, post questions, get support, like you can see. Also inside the calendar here, we have 4 coaching calls per week. So 4 coaching calls per week where you can get help, support, you can ask questions, meet someone live. We actually have a PhD scientist who teaches these coaching sessions. And so you can jump on live with him and the community, ask questions, meet everyone, etc. And then inside the classroom here, you'll get our best trainings on, for example, like how to go from complete beginner to expert in 6 weeks, how to build your first AI agent in under 5 minutes. You get my playbooks on how to, for example, create content for blogs, YouTube videos, how to automate videos with AI, how to automate blog posts with AI as well, as you can see. And then also, for example, my best automations on like Twitter and newsletters and stuff, right? And then inside the classroom here, you'll get all the trainings on, for example, like how Sani does this, how Steve Light replicates it. We have loads of members inside the AI Profit Boardroom, all doing similar things, and we break down the processes right here. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. Appreciate you watching. Today, I'm going to show you how to make money with HeyGen. And this is really a new method where you can, for example, create AI avatar videos like you see right here. We only started this YouTube channel literally a few weeks ago, and you can see it's already grown to 393 subscribers, and it generates customers for our business by sending traffic directly to our funnels, as you can see right here. The cool thing about this is even if you don't want to use your own funnels, maybe you don't have something to sell, you can actually use this new method, for example, making money with ads revenue, or for example, using affiliate links as well. So I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to show you exactly how to, for example, like find trending niches where people buy stuff, create AI avatar videos that promote affiliate programs, post content without showing your face, and turn viewers into commissions. All right. So we're going to get straight into this. And who have we got here? We've got Fahad. He says they are free. What do you mean they? Do you mean the AI avatar videos, or do you mean the notes that I'm talking about today? And then Mystic says, excellent content, Julian. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you jumping on today, and we'll just get straight into this, my friends. All right. So the framework that we're going to be using today is the HeyGen Avatar Affiliate Engine. And this is a 30-day framework to build a faceless AI video channel from scratch, right? This is a brand new method. You pick a niche where people buy stuff. You create AI avatar videos promoting affiliate stuff. You post them without ever showing your face. You earn commissions when people buy through the links. And then each letter stands for a step that helps you get closer to growing, right? So if we zoom in here, for example, the first step is hunting for niches. Then you're going to enroll in affiliate programs, yield scripts with AI, generate avatar videos, execute distribution, and nurture and scale. And this works for pretty much any niche, right? And the first step that you want to do is really just find a good niche that you can start promoting stuff in, right? So for example, we all know that AI is like a hot trending niche. There's more demand than there is content in the AI niche. As for example, we created this channel right here from scratch. As you can see, we literally launched 3 weeks ago. It's already at nearly 400 subscribers and it generates traffic. For example, if you look at this particular video, this video gets more traffic than some of my videos on my main channel, right? It's actually got 1,000 views on this post, and then it sends traffic to our funnels, right? And so you just want to pick a niche. I would recommend something you're interested in or something that people are willing to buy stuff. So for example, like B2B audiences, always great because B2B audiences have resources to buy stuff, right? And I would go with something that you're interested in. You can always go into Gemini, for example, and you can use a prompt like this to find niches. So you can, for example, go into Gemini like this and you say, okay, give me 10 trending niches for 2026 that have high buyer intent, right? Focus on stuff that would work well on YouTube with a faceless channel. And then that will just give us a bunch of ideas so we can start automating avatar videos around. And pretty simple and easy. And then it's going to analyze the future trends. It's going to start looking at how to find this stuff. And you can come back to that in a few minutes. And it will actually give you some ideas. So like I said, I'd recommend going with something you're passionate about or B2B. If you don't want to do that, then you can use this prompt right here to just come up with a bunch of ideas, right? So for example, the AI operations, you got longevity and biohacking could be interesting. Resilient lives and modern prepping, for example. I guess that's like the survival niche, if that makes sense. And then you've got all these other stuff like patent tech as well, will be an interesting one. So you've got a bunch of ideas there for automating the niche. And then really what you want to do from here is start posting content, right? Now, if you go over to a tool like HeyGen is great. It's great for generating AI avatar videos, right? So for example, if we open up this account and I log into HeyGen, hopefully it lets me in. And then you can see here that we just generate these avatar videos in HeyGen. And it actually has, for example, avatars pre-built in that you could use to start generating videos with, right? So for example, if you go to public avatars, you can use any of these avatars to generate the content as well. You don't have to use your own. It's pretty cool. So for example, like this and this, right? And these have like different looks. So you don't always have to have the same look. They could be wearing different stuff on different videos. I think that would work really well because it's like pink background. And then from here, you just go to create and you just plug in the content that you want to create, right? The actual script. Now, if you want to know how do you create the script, really what you want to do here is, let's find this, is start creating the scripts, right? So for example, you can say, okay, write a 5-minute script with AI, and you can use your favorite AI for this. I would always recommend Claude for writing content. And then you can plug this in. So let me say, write a 10-minute YouTube video script, and you pick whatever topic you want to talk about. But when it comes to the actual video research and what topic to write content around, I would just have a look at what you competitors to do on YouTube and which ones are performing the best, and then create similar topics around that. So let's say, for example, you pick the travel niche. It's okay, best travel destinations 2026. And then you can easily automate the script itself and plug that into HeyGen later. If you want to see like a full breakdown of how we do this and how we've done this for previous videos, I actually have inside the AI Profit Boarding link in the comments and description, a full breakdown of how we generate AI avatar videos. So we have a video tutorial that runs you through it, plus a step-by-step operating procedure, as you can see in the description, that shows you exactly how to do it. If you want to know, for example, on my main channel, how we automate the screen shares, we've actually got a video that talks you through it here. And then we've got the full prompts and SOP right there. So you can learn this stuff yourself. So if you go back inside here, we've got the video script, and then you just plug that into HeyGen to generate the video, right? And you can choose whichever avatar you want. It could be a public one, or it could be your own avatar. And then the public ones already have pre-built voices as well, but you could use yourself. So if you go back to my avatars, you can see I've got 2 different versions of myself right here for the avatar. That's basically how it works, all right? And then inside the description, you either want to promote your own offer, right? So for me, for example, I have the AI Profit Boarding. That is my offer, or I have my SEO agency as well. I could direct traffic there. And then also, if you don't want to do that, you could make potentially money off the ads revenue on YouTube. If you don't want to do that, then what you can do is actually find like affiliate stuff that you can promote, right? So you can, for example, find programs where you can promote other people's products. And then if people buy stuff from that product, you get customers. So for example, here, you can go back to Gemini inside the chat we were talking before. So if you go inside the chat here, niches, and then for this section here, you can say, okay, and you pick whatever niche you want from this list. You say, based on the longevity niche, find me the best affiliate programs I could promote. And basically, you want to find a program you can sign up to, get the link that you can share. When people click on the link and buy something, you get a sale. So for example, we always put the link at the top of the description, and we pin the link in the comments normally as well. So that's basically how it works. I was just laughing about that comment I just saw on YouTube. If you go back to Gemini here, you can see an example, and then it gives you some examples of what we could promote to get sales, right? So for example, Universe of Comfort. Let's try and find this program. There we go. And so now we can sign up for this program, start promoting the affiliate stuff. And so you've got different ways you can monetize your actual videos, right? You could, for example, promote your own offer. You could use ads revenue, or if you don't want to do either of those two, then you can just do affiliate links inside the description. You got plenty of options right there. And so that's basically how it works. I've shown you all the resources. You got links to all the resources from today. You also have, for example, a 30-day roadmap. You have the HeyGen Avatar Affiliate Engine framework that I've shown you today. It tells you and guides you through exactly what you want to do each day. And then finally, what I've actually done is walk through some of the limiting beliefs, all right? Because one of the things you want to know here is some people say, I need to be on camera to start creating videos and that sort of thing, or to start monetizing on YouTube. The wrong belief here is people only watch videos of real people on camera, or I'm too shy to show my face, or I don't have the confidence to be a YouTuber. These are some of the limiting beliefs that stop people from really making this work, right? And the truth is, there's a guy who runs a finance channel with animated characters. He's never shown his face, but he crushes it with affiliate, right? And there are travel channels that use stock footage and voiceovers, no face, just value. Okay, so the algorithm doesn't care if you're on camera or not, like you've seen with that channel I've shown you today. What it cares about is if people watch and if viewers stick around. And if viewers do stick around, then YouTube pushes your content up to people. That's it. All right. So the new belief here is like value keeps people watching, not your face. And AI avatar videos deliver value just as well as you can, sometimes even better, because they don't stumble over the words, right? Other people say AI videos look fake and people can tell, right? And people say AI videos look robotic, or people know if it's real, or it will hurt my credibility, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you've seen it, but what AI Avatar 4 does is insane, right? If you take a look at my videos, some people think my AI Avatar videos are actually real, right? So if you go on to, for example, like this video right here, and we check it out, people think this is actually me, but it's not, right? And it does look pretty convincing. It sounds pretty convincing. And a lot of people are surprised when I tell them, like, no, this is just an AI avatar video, right? And so the avatars can tilt their heads. They can move their hands. They have micro expressions. They pause naturally. The technology has really improved massively, right? And here's the thing. Viewers don't really care how the video was made. They care if it helps them, right? So if your video answers their question about, for example, like the best hotels and bars, they don't care if it was filmed in a studio or just generated by AI. They just want the best answer. And so the new belief really is like quality content matters more than production methods, right? AI videos save you time, so you can create more content that helps more people. That's the goal. So if you want all the video notes from today, plus 100 prompts for using this stuff, the full framework, all the resources, and the 30-day plan, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab, link in the comments in the description, and that'll show you exactly how to get results with this. This also connects you with 42,900 members, as you can see right here. It shows you exactly what to do, how to do it, etc. Right? So feel free to get that link in the comments and description. And if you haven't checked out already, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. This is an amazing community where we basically show you how to use strategies like this to grow your business, to get more sales, to generate more leads online. Right? We'll break down inside the community here. We have a daily accountability group to make sure everyone gets stuff done and doesn't get overwhelmed. On top of that, inside the win section, we share our wins, our goals, we share what we're working on, what's working for us, etc. And then also you can post questions in here or help people and just be part of something bigger than yourself, which I think is fantastic. That's what I love about this group. And then inside the calendar, we do 4 coaching calls a week. So you can ask questions, get help, get support whenever you need it. And inside the classroom here, you can get our full 6-week roadmap that shows you how to go from a complete beginner to an expert in AI in just 5 weeks. And also how to build your first AI agent in under minutes. On top of that, you get all of our best trainings. So for example, my playbooks on how to create AI avatar videos. So we've got a video tutorial, the step-by-step upgrade procedure right there. And we also show you how to build your first AI YouTube channel in 6 weeks. So I have a full roadmap based on what's working for me that breaks down the whole process, and you can just follow that step by step. So feel free to get the AI Profit Board link in the comment description. Appreciate watching. Cheers. Bye-bye. Today, I'm going to show you how I make money with Google, like you see right here. So here's an example dashboard. This is an example of the revenue, some of the sessions, how many people reached the website, how much money we made, etc. And this is for one single website. And I'm going to break down exactly how it works today. So I'm going to show you how to get free traffic from Google using AI. And then with that, you can actually break down the system and use that to generate revenue, like you can see over here, or you can use this to get more customers if you've got a business already and then generate more customers with it. So we're going to break this down. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. I'm going to show you the free Google tools, and 90% of the work
gets automated by, how to find keywords people actually searching on Google, how to create content that Google actually wants to rank, the AI prompts to turn hours SEO work into minutes, and how to build a system that brings customers to you, my friends. This is called the Goldie Google Domination Framework. If you have a look here, for example, let's pull up a couple of examples of what we're doing here. So you can see an example of this keyword on Google, right? So Google's actually listing us at the top of the AI overviews, like you see. So right here, if we pull this up, this actually sends us to a Reddit post that we've generated, as you can see, and then that funnels traffic and customers when they click it into our funnels, which generate new customers. And essentially, we do this on like YouTube, we do it on Reddit, etc. It's a repeatable process. The other thing that you'll see here is we also are listed by Google here and here. And the method that we're really focused on, if I pull up the whiteboard, is essentially we are creating content that Google ranks inside Google directly and also inside its AI overviews, right? And then step number 2 is we actually send that to our funnels. So for example, if we have a look here and we scroll back up, we go to this particular page, you can see that inside this article, when people find it, it's actually funneling traffic to the funnels that generate us new customers, like you can see, right? And it's a repeatable process. And then the final step here is really to convert, okay? Convert. Now, when you convert an attention into new customers or into revenue and that sort of thing with this 3-step process, what you want to be aware of is you don't actually need an offer or a business to do this, right? So if you look at this website, what we actually do with this website, chipperbirds.com, which is a website I had quite a while ago, the way that we generate this revenue was with ads, right? With someone else's business. So like people would pay us to advertise on our website, and then we serve traffic to them, we serve customers to them, and we generate attention and therefore revenue as a result. All right, so let's break this down. What is the framework? This is the exact system I've refined over years running SEO campaigns that have generated hundreds of millions of views. It's called the Google Goldie Domination Framework because it's built around one simple idea, right? Google wants to show the best answer to what people are searching for. That's it. And your job is to be the best answer. And now with AI, you can do this faster and easier than ever before. So let me show you how it works. And this is a framework that works in 5 steps, essentially, right? So there are 5 pillars to this. Step number 1 is discovery. So finding out what people actually type into Google. Step number 2 is creating the content, which you can automate with AI. Step number 3 is actually automating the technical part. Step number 4 is actually getting authority. And step number 5 is the optimization process, right? And the magic is that AI can basically help you with each and every single pillar from this process, right? So for example, here's what works. And pre-AI, really you have to do keyword research. It took hours. You write an SEO content that meant hiring expensive writers. Technical SEO required developers. Building authority meant cold outreach for months. And analysis meant staring at confusing dashboards. That was the old way before I discovered this method with AI. So with the new method, essentially Gemini finds keywords in seconds using real Google data, right? AI helps you create content outlines instantly. Technical issues get explained in plain English. AI helps you find link building opportunities automatically. Note can analyze your entire website and give you action items, right? And this is why I'm so excited about AI right now. It's not really replacing SEO, but it is making it replaceable and accessible to everyone, right? So I'll give you another example. This is a website that I built, and this is for juliangoldie.com. And the traffic that we're getting here, you can see it's increased a lot since the last couple of months since we started creating content using what I'm about to show you. This website, it went from 0 clicks over here to 176 clicks a day, right? With the traffic, it funnels traffic to our agency, and the people who create the content just use my systems and they have no experience in SEO, right? They literally don't know what they're doing, but they just follow my systems and then they get results with SEO. So it's pretty crazy. So what I've actually done is plug this into a 30-day Google domination plan. But essentially what we're doing here is we have a website. So let's say, for example, we have a website and you can pick whatever niche you're in. Pretty much every niche is going to work on if you do what I'm about to show you, right? And so essentially here, you can see that we're, for example, creating content like this, and you can see that we are generating the content on our website with AI, right? So if we take this particular page and we're going to take this example, you can see here that we've created the content across the page, and then we are optimizing it for SEO. So I'm going to show you how to automate this. If we have a look at this particular keyword, what we're doing here is we are targeting keywords, for example, like GLM 4.7, creating content around it with AI, and then publishing it on our website, right? And then you can see here, it's got a video embedded and it funnels traffic to the AI profitable boarding offer, right? And whatever your offer is, you can use this process and just use it to get traffic. Neo says, wow, that's amazing. Thank you very much. And so, for for example, if we go onto Google here, the first stage is keyword research, right? So if we're breaking this down into a 3-step process, let me show you how it works, right? And actually, we can go back to the pillars here and I'll break it down for you. All right. So pillar number 1 of the Goldie Google Domination framework is step number 1 is discovery, right? Finding out what people are typing into Google. Now, how do you do that? You can use Google itself, right? And you just type in whatever you want, right? So for example, if I'm in like the AI tool niche, I can just type in Notebook LM and see what pops up. So for example, Notebook app, Google alternative, etc. These are all keywords that I could potentially rank for, right? And so we've done the keyword research. So for example, if we're having a look at GLM 4.7, which is what we've created content around, right? We could go after one of these keywords. So for example, let's have a look what we got here. And you can use the alphabet soup method as well, which is basically where you put like the main keyword and then you put like the letter afterwards. So for example, GLM 4.7 release date, that will be an easy keyword to go for. And the great thing about this is it's free to do the keyword research and Google tells you what people are trying to rank for, right? So for example, ZAI, GLM 4.7, GLM 4.7 release. We could create content or articles around all of these or any of these, right? And so that is stage 1 of the 5-pillar process. If we come back here. Now, step number 2 is the creation. How do you create the content? Basically, what we're doing with our content, and you can do this however you want. What we do is we have this prompt like this. We take the prompt, so we plug this into something like Claude or Gemini. And what you're going to do is you go to Claude, for example. I prefer Claude, I think, out of all the different options, simply because it's the easiest and fastest to use. We're going to type in the keyword here. So let's say, for example, it's GLM 4.7 release date. And then you would create an article about that, right? And you can see that we've actually added information about our business. We've given it like writing style guidelines. All this, by the way, is inside the AI Profit Border, which is my automation community. If you want to see more processes for AI SEO. So for example, if you go to Classroom here, scroll down to the AI SEO automation section, you get all the prompts from today. But yeah, basically this is how it works. And then it's going to start researching the topic and then start creating the content afterwards, right? And so we can automate the content. That will take a few minutes to generate, but that's basically how we automate the content like this that gets results like this, right? And then with technical as well, you can actually automate both of these methods using the technical process here, right? Because with the content and the prompt that we've got, we generate and automate the content, but we also, for example, semantically optimize it so that we are doing the technical part of this process. And basically all you're trying to do here is make sure Google can actually find and understand your content. And this used to be the hardest part, but Google actually automates it now. And then from there, you want to start building authority, which is just getting other websites to point to yours. And that tells Google you are trustworthy, right? So for example, if we have a look at the backlink profile of this website, juliangoldie.com, right? So we'll take that backlink profile and then we'll go back to our dashboard. And what you can see here is that we're getting backlinks to this website, right? And don't worry too much about all these metrics if you're not technical with SEO. The main thing to note here is that if we filter this down, we'll go to new ones. Basically, what you want to know here is like people are linking from their pages to our pages. And the more relevant neutral links you get, the more likely you are for Google to recommend you. And why is that? It's because it tells Google you are trustworthy. That is as simple as that. And so, for example, people have linked from this article to our page, and then we get a backlink, and that tells Google we are trustworthy, right? It's kind of like votes to say that your content is good. The more content you get, the more likely you are to rank. And then the final step here is like just looking at what's working, what's not, and improving constantly. So you know how to do the keyword research, you know how to automate the creation and technical, how to build authority, which is getting backlinks from other sites, and you know how to optimize, which is basically just looking at what works, what doesn't, and going, okay, if I create more content, do I rank faster? Yes. Okay, let's create more content. And then just checking Google and seeing if you're actually ranking, which you can check inside Google Search Console on free tools like that. So that's basically the whole process. That is how I make money with Google using AI. As we were talking about before, if we go back to that framework, right, we create content that ranks, we send that to our funnels, and we convert it, right? That's basically the 3-step process. I've given you a 30-day game plan if you really want to implement this stuff for your business. So it shows you exactly how to start implementing this with like copy and pastable prompts and breakdown of exactly how you can start doing this yourself in 30 days. The other thing to note here is some people say SEO takes too long to see results. And the thing that I've noticed, like with me, like I'll wake up at 4:30 a.m. every day, right? And I track every minute of my time. And the thing that I've learned about speed, for example, people say it takes too long to see results, is like really with speed, you want to be impatient with your inputs and patient with the outputs, right? And most people are the opposite. They're patient with the inputs, taking weeks to publish content, and impatient with outputs, expecting to see results in days. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? You want to flip that over. So with AI, you can publish content 10 times faster, be impatient there, but then be patient with Google recognizing you. Because the people who publish consistently for 90 days, while other quit after 30 days, they are the one that wins every single time. People say it's too competitive to rank. And here's what I've learned really is like I'm from a small town called Lancaster in England. It's not exactly the tech capital of the world, right? But I reach over 100 million people per year with my content about AI and technology. And so competition is a mindset problem, not a market problem. And here's what most people miss is like 90% of websites don't even do basic AI. They're not your competition. And of the 10% that do SEO, 90% of them are doing it wrong, right? So they're not your competition either. And your real competition is 1% doing it right. And guess what? Most of them aren't using the AI yet. So you have a window right now, a small window where you can jump ahead. It won't last forever. You can check it out right now. And what I've also done is just include all the video notes from today, along with over 100 SEO prompts that you could just copy and paste and steal from me, right? So for example, if you want to automate research and find more people typing into Google, you can just paste these prompts into whatever your favorite AI is. If you want to learn how to automate your content creation, you can use these prompts. If you want to learn how to optimize your technical SEO, you can use these prompts. And it gives you everything you need, right? That's inside the AI Success Lab, completely free. Link in the comments description. Connects you with 42,900 members. You can go inside the community here. And then inside the classroom as well, you can see all of our teachings on, for example, how to use AI recently. And if you go to this section, you get all the video notes from today for free. And it'll break down, for example, the Goldie Google Domination framework, the 5-step plan, the 30-day roadmap with prompts and steps for each day, and then 100 prompts. Plus, we break down all the limiting beliefs that might be stopping you with your mindset when it comes to using this stuff. So feel free to get that link in the comments and description. It's completely free. Or just go into ChatGPT or Google and type in Julian Goldie AI Success Lab. And then if you want to get some help on this stuff, you can join the AI Profit Boardroom. This is an amazing community where we basically teach you how to use AI automation to really grow your business. We have a daily accountability check-in, like you can see. We have wins and we share our goals and our wins together and that sort of thing. If you ever feel overwhelmed about AI, I actually do a weekly breakdown and you can ignore everything else and just watch that breakdown and that'll save you a lot of time. And then also if you ever get stuck, you can post your questions inside the community, ask help each other and get to know some cool people as well. Inside the classroom, we have all my best playbooks for learning AI. So for example, how to learn and go from a complete beginner to an expert with AI, plus how to build your first AI agent in under 5 minutes. You'll learn, for example, my best playbook here, as you can see. You'll get a full course on how to really monetize this stuff. And then also inside the classroom, if you want to land more clients, maybe you're a freelancer or an agency, you get my best training there. If you want to learn AI SEO, more about making money with Google, you can check out this section. And then we also have a section on YouTube AI as well and how I've grown my channel. And then also, if you ever get stuck, you can jump on the live coaching calls, get help, get support, ask questions when you need it, and you're good to go. All right, so feel free to ask inside the AI Profit Boardroom community. SEO is the new way to rank #1 in AI search engines. Not Google, not Bing, AI search engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and AI overviews. And the ones everyone is now using instead of Google. And here's the crazy part. No one is talking about this yet. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I use YouTube videos to rank inside AI search results. You can see an example here. We're ranking on the first page of Google 1, 2, 3 times on Google for that particular keyword. And you can see how easy it is to really pull your videos in and get results with this. And the powerful thing about videos is they can rank inside Google, but they can also rank inside AI overviews. So for example, if we type in notebook LM update here, it pulls in an AI overview. And who does it link to? It links to Google and it also links to my videos as well. So videos are really powerful for ranking with SEO. You can also see me ranking once there as well. And then also on the first page of Google as well, right? And so this is a powerful way to start getting ranking really quickly. Okay. And what I'm going to show you today is basically how you can do this without being on camera, without spending thousands on video production, without needing any technical skills. And I'll show you how to automate AI avatar videos that actually rank, videos that show up when someone asks ChatGPT or Perplexity a question about your niche. And think about this for a second, right? Billions of searches are happening every single day, right, on AI platforms, right? And your video could be the one that gets recommended, not because you paid for ads, not because you got lucky with the algorithm, but because you understood how AI search engines actually find and recommend content. So I'm going to walk you through my exact system, the free tools, the prompts, the 30-day to get your first videos ranking in AI search. And you will see everything live on screen, just the actual process I use, so that by the end of this, you have a complete framework that you can copy and steal from me. And whether you run a service business, sell products, you have an agency, or you just want more eyeballs on your content, this works even if you've never made a video before. Let's get straight into it. So the method that we're actually going to be using today is something called the Video AI Domination Framework, okay? And one thing to note here is like AI search engines, they don't work like Google, right? They don't just look at keywords and backlinks. They understand context, relevance, authority in a completely different way. So when someone asks Chat a question, it pulls from sources it trusts. Now, YouTube is one of those sources. Perplexity actively searches YouTube for answers. Let me show you an example of this. So you go into Perplexity here, and we'll put like notebook AI updates, something like that. What you can see here is that it actually sources updates from YouTube, right? So if we look at the reviewed sources here, you can see that it's pulled in 3 different videos from YouTube inside Perplexity, right? So if we have a look here, you've got this video, and this is a video from Julian Goldie SEO, as you can see. So that's my channel right there. If we go over to this video, you can also see that's another video from us as well, ranking inside Perplexity, right? And so we're ranking on Google, and we're also ranking inside Perplexity using this method. And Claude references video content in its responses too. So this is a massive shift. The game has changed, and most people haven't caught on yet. Now, why does video crush text AI search? AI systems love video content for 3 reasons. Number 1, video has multiple signals. You know, it's got audio, visual, transcripts, engagement metrics. There's more data points for AI to understand your content. Second, video builds trust faster. So AI systems recognize that video creators put more effort in, and that signals authority. Number 3, video gets cited more. So when AI needs to recommend a source, video feels more complete than a blog post. And bear in mind, AI can generate a blog post at any time. It doesn't really need to reference blog posts, but it doesn't create long videos with interesting case studies, right? One of the things people are going to say is, I need expensive equipment to make good videos, but actually AI avatar videos create professional videos for free. You can actually go into something like Notebook LM, and you can generate videos for free using this method and then rank them on Google, which then in turn ranks inside AI search engines and other places, right? So for example, if we have a look here, we've got the video on the right-hand side. This was actually from a video I generated earlier today. This is actually AI narrated, and it's a full long video, like 6 minutes, 26 seconds. And you can see this runs people through the topic that we're trying to rank for, right? So how to watch football like a scout. And so it creates the design, it narrates a video, it generates everything, and all we need to do is pull in the sources that we want to reference. And then we can easily download this, as you can see, and we're good to go. You could upload that to YouTube. The other method that you can see is that on our YouTube channel, for example, if we check out this YouTube channel, we quite often use AI avatar videos inside our content, right? Now, how do you do that? We actually have a full method inside the AI Profit Boardroom that shows you exactly how to do this in the AI avatar video section. If you go to the classroom here, inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description, go to the playbook, and then scroll down to the AI avatar video section, and you can find the recipe right there. Okay, so if you want to learn our process for doing this, you can check it out inside the AI Profit Boardroom. But it's quite easy to automate videos. Again, you can do it for free with Notebook LM. I've already shown you how to do that. And so you can create professional videos for free. So it's a really powerful way. Now, some people say YouTube is too competitive to start right now. AI search is a new platform with almost zero competition. When I started out in SEO, everyone said Google was too competitive. Too many websites, too many established players. I ignored them, built an agency, helped my mom retire, and now I reach over 100 million people per year across all platforms, right? So the lesson is competition is not your problem. Timing is your opportunity. AI search is where YouTube was 10 years ago. It's wide open, right? And waiting for someone to claim the space. And that someone could be you. Also, some people will say, like, video SEO takes months to see results, but the new belief really is that AI search can surface your content within days, right? So if we go back here and we look at this content, guess what's ranking No, well, for this particular keyword, well, it's my video right here. When was the video created? 4 hours ago, as you can see right there. And so this content ranks very quickly indeed. And that was within 4 hours. So traditional SEO is very slow, right? And I know this better than anyone. I run an SEO agency. We tell clients to expect 90 days minimum. But AI search is a different game. Complexity updates in real time. ChatGPT pulls in from recent sources, and your video could get cited within days of publishing. And this is why I block like 100 minutes plus per day, every day, to focus on the biggest constraint of my business. And right now, that constraint for most people is not being visible in AI search. Other people say I need thousands of subscribers, but AI search cares about content quality, not subscriber counts. I have 300,000 plus subscribers on YouTube, and here's what I noticed is like some of my newer videos with fewer views actually get cited by AI more than my viral ones, right? And why is that? It's because AI looks at relevance and quality, not vanity metrics. So, a video with 500 views that perfectly answers a specific question will beat a video with 500,000 views that's too broad. And this is great news for you, so you can compete from day one. So let's talk about a 90-day framework in terms of how you can implement this. You want to start finding questions that people are looking for. I actually got a prompt to automate that. The other thing you can do is you can go into Google and you can just look through the auto suggests and see what people are searching around niche, right? So if I'm in the AI niche and I'm trying to create content around Notebook LM, it'll be very easy to find like all these different updates around it, right? And that's how you do the keyword research. What you can do is you can go to ChatGPT, you can plug in a keyword here, and then you can go from there. Wilty says, what can the AI Money Lab help me do until I'm ready for the AI Profit Lab? Yeah, so that like inside the AI Success Lab, right? You go here. What you're going to find is like number one, you get a community of 42,000 people that you just connect with instantly. So you can post in the community, ask for help and support. You also get access to our free AI automation masterclasses, like you see on pretty much every single AI technology out there. This section, we update it daily with the new updates. So everything you need to know about AI is inside this section. We have a full section on what you can see here, right? So how to make money with AI. And then also inside the classroom, you can see that we have a full section on AI SEO as well. So everything you need to succeed with AI is inside this community and it's completely free. Link in the comments description. So if we go back to ChatGPT, now we can say act as a market researcher, put your niche in there. So we're going to put in, for example, like SEO, and then we can start publishing this and just getting some keywords, right? Wilty says, looks like great content. Thanks so much. And then you can see it finds a bunch of keywords that you could potentially rank for. They're super specific. I would almost say they're too long tail, but if you want to start somewhere, you can start there, right? And then if you want to generate the videos, well, you can use HeyGen or you can use Notebook LM for ranking, and you just make sure on the content itself, for example, if we have a look at Julian Goldie agents, that you include the keywords inside the content, right? So you can see here, keyword right there, right? Front loaded inside the title. Keyword right there. Boom. Here we go. Right. If you actually type that keyword on Google, let's have a look here. So how to do this. We'll see whether it ranks. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, you can see that my LinkedIn article is ranking for that keyword on the first page of Google, along with that page as well, right? And bear in mind, these pages are created from the video content itself. So if we have a look at this page, you can see our video is embedded on the page. So it's pretty easy to create the content and then just rank it either with your blog or with your video as well. The cool thing is like you can create blogs from the videos and then rank those as well. So that's basically it. That is the whole process of doing this, how to implement it. I've talked about the 30-day framework and the old way versus the new way. The old way was like spend thousands of camera equipment and lighting. The new way is you can use free AI avatar videos to create professional videos instantly. The old way was you need to look good on camera and be comfortable speaking. The new way is AI avatars handle the delivery, you just write the script. The new way is generating videos that come ready to upload. And then when it comes to ranking inside Google or other AI search engines, the old way was like waiting 6 to 12 months for Google to rank your content. The new AI search can surface your video days, as I've shown you today, right? The old way was competing against millions of websites for keywords. The new way, AI search is almost zero competition, right? The old way was needing expensive backlinks to rank. The new way is AI search values content quality and link metrics. The old way was fighting algorithm changes to tank your websites overnight. And the new way is like AI searches focus on relevance, not gaming the system. So you got all the strategies, all the processes, all the systems from today, the 30-day plan and how to implement this yourself. If you want us to do SEO for you, we actually have an offer of a free SEO strategy session. So you can book in a free SEO strategy session, link in the comments description. Or if you don't even want to jump on a call, you just want to order straight away and get SEO services for your website, you can order via the Backlink portal, as you can see right here. Just order instantly online. Also, if you want to get all the video notes from today, it's inside the AI Success Lab. This is completely free, and it shows you exactly how to do AI SEO for your website. As you can see, breaks down all the best ways to use AI, including the video notes from today. So feel free to get that link in the comments and description. And thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye. Today, I'm going to show you how to make money with AI SEO. This is basically one of the ways and one of the strategies that we're using to grow the AI profit boardroom right now. And you can see, for example, our results so far here. And basically, the way that we're doing this is we are creating content, like you can see here, that funnels traffic to our pages that convert traffic. Now, we have two different options, and I'm going to guide you through both. And essentially, what you're going to learn today is the customer magnet frameworks, how to create content that attracts buyers, not just browsers, the 3 types of SEO content that actually convert, how to automate the entire system with free AI tools, and the 30-day plan to set this up inside your business for SEO. All right. So the way that we're going to get started with this is with the customer magnet framework. So let me show you exactly how this works. What this helps you do is pull customers towards you instead of you chasing them. Here's the big idea, right? So the core concept here is the 3 types of SEO content. There's traffic content that gets eyeballs, there's trust content that builds authority, and there's transaction content that creates browsers into buyers, right? And most people only create option 1, which is traffic content. They get traffic, but they don't get any customers. And the customer magnet framework balances all 3. So let me show you exactly how this works. So for example, here we can go into something like Claude, and we can plug in a prompt like this, right? So we can say, okay, create a comparison article like profit boarding versus learning alone, right? Here's the target audience, the structure with the hook, what most people try, the community, blah, 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 right? Make it genuinely helpful, not salesy. And a reader should feel informed, not sold to, right? I use Claude because it's by far the most sentient when it comes to creating content, the most humanized, etc. And so now it's going to begin to create that content. This is basically transaction content, right? It captures people who are ready to take action. Then you can also use prompts like this for generating trust content. And if you want to build, for example, traffic content, then you can create like listicles or general topics, right? And so what we're going to show you today is basically how we create content that ranks like this. So for example, if you look at this particular page, how I rank faster with Notebook LM, right? And you can see that we've written the content here. What we actually do is we embed a video inside the article that people are quite likely to read. And if they read it, they're going to be funneled into a page to our money pages, right? So for example, here, if we check out my blog, let me show you an example. We've got a page like this one, and we have a lead magnet right at the top when people land on the page. Then we have the tutorial that convinces them, number 1, it gives them value, creates goodwill, and then it convinces them, hey, you should check out our free community or our paid community, etc. Right? It actually funnels traffic from there to our page, right? So for example, if you look here, it's funneling traffic from this link to our community, right? And basically what we're doing throughout the page is really attracting people from Google and then sending them and driving them over to our funnels that will convert that traffic. Most people get it wrong because they create content that actually attracts traffic, but they don't know how to convert it. And I would say there's 2 ways that we actually do this. So the first way is that when we rank this content on Google, they'll actually click through to our free community, right? So if you have a look through this page, like this page, for example, you can see here that we actually generate traffic to the free AI Success Lab, and they can join this community. They sign up, they become a lead, etc., and it drives traffic, and then they get nurtured into becoming a client later. The other option that we have is that we actually send them directly to the AI Profit Boardroom, which is our community, and that's like a direct conversion play. Honestly, like the conversion rates are not that high if you do this. But the thing is, if you can get a lot of traffic at scale, then the potential, the upside is way, way higher. So that's basically what we're doing here. Now, if we have a look, we've got the article being generated here from Claude from before. It does take a bit of a long time, especially if you generate it in a doc like this. But the cool thing here is you can open it in Google Drive and then you can share it with your team, etc., or you can save it, etc. You see how it's written the content to basically convert. It's got some nice tables in there, nice bullet points, nice FAQs, and then it actually directs people to get the AI Profit Boardroom. And so essentially that's what we're doing over and over again. Every single day we'll publish content to our website. Some of it ranks, some of it doesn't. So what, right? Like the main point here is like we get traffic over time and we keep building on it and compounding on it. And that's the goal here, is really to just generate more traffic to the website, generate more traffic to our funnels. Now, You might be saying, why would we direct people to our free funnel? Why would we get people to click from our content to our free funnel? The reason for that is because it actually nurtures people into becoming a client eventually, right? We give so much value inside this community, and people are inside there every single day getting value that it builds enough trust and enough goodwill that eventually they'll buy. And bear in mind, once someone joins, they'll probably get some emails, they'll get the posts inside the community, they'll watch the content that also funnels them into upgrading. And then also, we just have a bunch of strategies like this to generate leads. And so that's essentially how it works. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab, link in the comments description. And if you go to the AI SEO section here, you'll find all the notes, all the video resources, and the framework for doing this stuff. On top of that, you'll get the live builds that I've talked about today, as you can see. And some people are going to say, isn't SEO just about getting traffic? And I would say empowering belief, the new one that you should really focus on is the right SEO strategy gets customers, not just visitors, right? Here's a story that changed my thinking. Like, I used to celebrate every traffic spike. Ooh, we hit 10,000 visitors per month. But my business wasn't growing because those visitors weren't buyers, right? And so they were reading like, what is SEO content, which is interesting, but they weren't ready to take action. And when I shifted to the customer magnet content method, traffic actually dropped, but leads went up because I was attracting the right people. Just really think about it, because traffic is a vanity metric and customers are the real score. And that's what you want to focus on. Some people say, I need to rank for high volume keywords. The new empowering belief really is like low volume buyer keywords beat high volume browser keywords, right? And Alex Hormozi talks a lot about this. Would you rather have 10,000 people who saw they might be interested, or 100 people who are ready to buy? I know which one I'd choose, right? In terms, what is email marketing? Might have 50,000 searches per month, but it's got very low buyer intent. So don't worry about the volume. Whereas, for example, if you look at best email marketing tool for coaches, that might have 500 searches per month. Actually, it's way higher buyer intent. So which one would you rather rank for? The smarter option is the second option, right? Other people say content takes too long to convert. The new empowering belief for this really is the right content converts immediately, right? I'll track every minute of my day, task, what it's related to, how many minutes. And here's what I discovered. Like transaction content, comparisons, reviews, best X content converts in days, not months, because you're capturing people at the moment of decision. They've already done their research. They're looking for confirmation. Your content gives them that confirmation and they convert faster. That's what it's all about. So if you want to get all the video notes from today, feel free to get that link in the comments description. Also comes with a 30-day implementation plan. For example, Don, I know that she said you'll be working on this all day, which is pretty cool. So if you want to get a 30-day customer magnet plan for doing SEO, we've actually got a 30-day implementation roadmap with prompts, daily actions, and you can just follow this step by step and start working on getting results, right? And that's basically how it goes. Thanks so much for watching. Check out the AI Success Lab. Link in the description comes with all the tutorials for doing this stuff, an amazing community and everything else. If you haven't already, feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. Link in the description if you're interested in becoming a client for an SEO agency. And on that call, we'll basically guide you through a framework, give you an SEO domination plan. And then if you're ready to become a client, feel free to sign up. On top of that, if you just want to get started and you want to get someone else to do SEO for you, feel free to check out our backlink portal. And basically on this portal, you can order SEO online and then we'll just go off and do it for you. And that way you don't need to wait for a call. You don't mess around with speaking to someone. You just order online, use the coupon code and you're good to go. All right. So feel free to get that link in the comments and the description. Affiliate marketing is about to change forever. In 2026, AI is not optional. Here's the reality. 79% of affiliates are now using AI. AI-powered campaigns get 40% higher click-through rates. Affiliates using AI are outpacing manual marketers by a huge margin. You can see some examples of how we've done with affiliate recently, and this is just on the school platform. And here's what nobody's talking about. There are brand new ways to do affiliate marketing in 2026, ways that didn't exist before, ways that most people haven't discovered yet. And today I'm going to show you my AI affiliate flywheel. This is a complete system for generating affiliate sales using free AI tools, even if you don't have an audience, even if you've never done affiliate marketing, even if you don't have a product. And today I'm going to give you the exact framework, a 30-day plan, new strategies for 2026, and free tools to get started today. All right. So let's get straight into this. And the framework that we're going to be using is the Goldie AI Affiliate Flywheel. This is my framework for using AI affiliate marketing in 2026. So F equals finding high commission programs. Then you're going to learn the products deeply. Yield equals yield content using AI. W equals wire traffic to your affiliate links. H equals harvest and reinvest. E equals expand to niches, engage your audience, and then level up. Let's break it down, all right? How does this work? Step number one is really finding high commission programs, right? So not all programs are equal. Really, you want something with good commission rates, recurring commissions if possible, products that your audience actually needs, and good tracking, right? Now, one of my favorites is actually School. As you can see right here, one of the reasons for this is like School is an amazing platform, but it's relatively new and most people have not used it yet. Why is that important? It's important because, for example, if you scroll down this list, you can see all the people that are using our affiliate program, right? And literally, I barely even promote School as an affiliate, right? But you can see how this works. And basically, all I have to do is copy this link here and then promote it. So one of the best things about this is it's recurring. I don't have to think about it. It's just working in my favor. You can see a bunch of the commissions right here, and you can just get an idea of, okay, where we're up to and, how much we earned. Here's an example, right? From one affiliate. That's an example of how you can find these. Now, you could also go to, for example, like Share a Sale, Partner Stack, Impact.com, etc. These are platforms where you can find potential brands to work with as well. My personal favorite is School. And that's because it is relatively simple to start promoting and that sort of thing. Step number two is you're going to learn the products deeply, all right? And this is where most affiliates fail. So they don't know the products, they use Notebook. And you can use something like Notebook LM to become an expert in this stuff, right? So you can upload product documentation, upload competitor comparisons, you could upload user reviews, ask questions to understand everything. And the more you know, the better you're going to do. How would you do that? For example, if you really wanted to understand School, for example, you could create a notebook, and this is a free tool that you can use to help you. Click on create new, and then from here we're going to click on find new sources, and inside this section we just type in, okay, tell me everything about School, right? Tell me everything I need to know about School as a promoter, right? And then we can use that to really educate us on exactly what we need to find and what we need to look for, etc. Right? And so this is beginning to research websites. As you can see, we can import all of these in, as you can see, and that begins to find us a bunch of websites related to School so that we can really learn the product deeply. And that's what we want to do. Next up, this is a pretty awesome combination. So now you can start yielding the content, right? And again, I would recommend using Notebook LM for this. You can create and automate blog posts, YouTube videos, podcasts, etc. Right? I'll show you how to do this as an affiliate, right? So let's say, for example, I am promoting School. I can go to my section over here, as you can see in the top right, copy this. Then I can go into Notebook LM, and because it's trained on all of these sources about School, what I can do, for example, is I can say, okay, let's create, if I click on reports here, let's create a blog post. Here's my link to promote. We give it the link, and then it can generate affiliate content to start promoting the program. And you can also do the same with podcasts. So you can create podcasts, upload those to different platforms. And if you get traffic from it, if people click on the link and buy, you win. Also, you've got, for example, videos. So you could, for example, like create YouTube videos, put your link inside the description, and then promote people to click on that. And again, if they sign up, you make sales, right? And this is basically how it works. So you could, for example, create Twitter infographics, right? And then with the infographics, if people click on your profile link, which is your link to School, and sign up, you win again, right? And that's basically how it works. So this is generating the report. We can also generate an infographic. You can see how we're doing this X, for example. But if you have a look at X, for example, in our profile here, you can see how we're using X to generate sales. So essentially what we do is we talk about topics relevant to what we sell. So for example, we talk about AI a lot inside our profile here and how to use it, etc. And then if people go to our profile and click our links and sign up, we get sales, right? And so you can do the same by becoming an affiliate. You could talk about School or whatever you're promoting on X and YouTube and every other platform out there. Right? We do the same thing on, for example, Reddit, where we post daily blogs and then we send traffic to our content that promotes our products. If people sign up, again, we get sales, right? And we're just constantly creating content across every platform to do this sort of stuff and generate traffic. More content equals more attention equals more traffic equals more sales. And that's basically how it works, right? And then if you want to see a full breakdown of the process, what I've actually done is created a 30-day plan for implementing this, right? So if you want to implement the 30-day affiliate flywheel yourself, you can. And basically days 1 to 7 will be about building your affiliate foundation. Week 2 will be about creating your first affiliate content. So you can use Notebook LM to create audio views, video views, write blog posts, etc., and publish these across like Medium or your website or Substack or wherever, and just review your first week of traffic. From there, you're going to build your content engine, right? So plan 10 more pieces of content, create more YouTube videos, make sure you're inserting your links throughout. And then the final step is really scaling it up, right? So you could actually start your own community and then promote that. You could create exclusive content for community members. You could create more YouTube videos and just scale up from there and then keep going from there, right? Now, if you want to get access to all the video notes from today, you can get that link in the comments description inside the AI Success Lab. And basically that will connect you with 42,400 members. As you can see, you also get a classroom here with all of my best strategies. And you can see all these different tutorials with video tutorials and full breakdown with notes and prompts and everything else, right? That's inside the AI Success Lab, which is free. And if you go to this section here, my framework for implementing this, plus the limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. All right. And this is something that I actually learned whilst training in Bangkok is like the beginners who succeed aren't the ones with natural talent. Usually they're the ones who show up every day, do the boring stuff, who practice the basics. And it's the same with affiliate marketing, right? It's like most people fail because they expect overnight results. They might post 3 times, get no clicks and quit. The ones who win are the ones who build systems, stay consistent, let the flywheel spin. And I'm going to show you some of the beliefs that might be stopping you from doing this stuff, right? So some people think like affiliate marketing is saturated, but the truth is the market for AI tools is projected to keep increasing, right? And that's new customers who enter the market every single day, new tools launching every single week. Each one of them needs people like you to promote this stuff, right? So it's not saturated, it's actually expanding. Next up, some people think like you need a huge audience to generate sales like this. The truth is like 1,000 true fans is more than enough, right? And actually even less like high ticket stuff. If your average affiliate commission is this and you get 20 conversions, then that's the potential, right? And you don't need a lot of followers to do that. Other people say being an affiliate feels sleazy almost, and I get that, but only bad affiliate content feels sleazy. Good affiliate content actually helps people make decisions, compares options honestly, and admits when something isn't right for someone. I take long walks every day, like 10,000 steps. Sometimes I'll discover a great place along the way. I tell my friends about it. That's basically me referring people, but that's not sleazy. That's helpful, right? It's the same with affiliate marketing. Recommend good stuff, be honest, tell the truth, state the facts, help people. So if we go back to Notebook LM now, we've got the infographic ready. And again, we could post that on X. We've got the blog post here, as you can see, where we could promote our link throughout it to refer and get traffic, as you can see. And so it's quite simple to create this stuff. You can see the CTA at the bottom here that invites people to go to this link. As you can see, Julian Goldie invited you. And how easy was that to automate with AI? Pretty simple. All right. So just to recap, I have shown you the full AI affiliate flywheel method with the custom framework and broken down exactly how it works step by step. Also giving you a 30-day game plan to implement this and showing you examples of how you can find niches, what you can promote, how to automate it, etc. And on top of that, I've actually shown you some of the beliefs that might be holding you back and why they're wrong and how to empower yourself instead. So if you want to get access to all the notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab, completely free. 42,400 members inside there. You get access, link in the comments and description. On top of that, if you go to the classroom here, and then you go to this section, you get access to all the video notes from today. Plus, we update this with daily tutorials, right? So if you want to learn all the latest stuff for free, get all the video notes, learn new strategies, get the video tutorials, etc. You can get that link in the comments description. And if you haven't already, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. It's an amazing community where you can learn AI automation. We actually have some of our best strategies inside the classroom here with some case studies of how people winning inside the AI Profit Boardroom using the stuff that I'm showing you today. So that's 5 different members inside the AI Profit Boardroom who are already getting awesome results with this sort of stuff. So if you want to get that link in the comments description, we've actually got a daily accountability group as well. If you ever struggle with being held accountable or feeling like you need someone to keep you accountable to really implementing this stuff daily. And inside here, we actually share our wins daily. We share what's working. And also this is a daily Q&A. So, you can DM me or you can post questions inside the community and we're happy to help you. And it's a very active community where we're all just sharing, learning and growing together. On top of that, inside the classroom, we have 4 coaching calls per week. So you can jump on the weekly coaching calls, get help you need it. And also inside the classroom here, I show you all my best stuff, my playbooks, my courses, etc., to help you win with this stuff so that you can get the best results possible. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I'll see you on the next one. There's a brand new AI that just dropped, costs 8% of what Claude charges. You can actually use it for free and host it locally as well. And it can literally do all your work for you. I'm talking about Minimax M 2.1. If you've never checked it out, here's an example of what it looks like. And this is just being released. Now, this thing can write code, it can automate tasks, it can run entire business workflows. And here's the crazy part. it's almost free. You can actually host it on Alarm, and that is free. So if you go into Alarm here, you type in Minimax, and you can get access to Minimax M 2.1 and host it on Alarm and then start using it for free. Or you can use the agent directly inside the chat here. This does cost a bit more, but it does save you a lot of time as well. And basically what I'm going to show you today is how to use this brand new AI to start making money. Even if you don't have a business before, even if you have never touched AI before, even if you're not technical enough, I'm going to give you my exact framework, my 30-day plan, and the free tools you need to get started today. Plus I'll show you some brand new business models that hardly anyone is using yet. And we're going to get straight into this. I'm going to use a framework called the Goldie Max system. And this is my personal framework for using Minimax 2.1. So what you're going to do is M equals monetize a skill of automation, A equals automate the delivery of AI, X equals expand with content and affiliates. I'm going to break each part down and then I'll give you the exact 30-day plan. All right. So the thing to note with Minimax is you can actually, for example, automate a lot of stuff for you. It's built for agents and codes, right? So that means you can do tasks, not just talk about them. But the first step is really just finding a skill that you can sell, right? And then automating the actual work. So here's some ideas. For example, you could write blog posts for clients. You could create social media content. You could build landing pages, write email sequences, generate product descriptions, create video scripts. And these are all services people pay for every single day. Max can do most of the heavy lifting, right? So for example, here we have a look at this one. What Minimax actually did, and this was fully automated, is it generated AI breakdown of all the latest news in the industry, right? Which is pretty cool. So every day, like 6 a.m., it does a daily AI news breakdown. So it did it for January 2026. It summarized the top stories in the AI industry, all the latest news, etc. And it did it automatically, kind of like an employee, but in the background right here. And by the way, if you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask. But the main point to know here is that you can get AI to automate this stuff for you, like you can see, right? Then from here, automate the delivery, right? See, this is where Minimax shines because it's designed for agentic workflows. So that means you can plan tasks, execute them, verify the results, all without you holding its hand. So, if we're like, okay, go off and create a blog post. Let's say, for example, a client hires us to create a blog post. We can say, okay, create an SEO blog post about, and then you just insert whatever your topic is. So let's say, for example, my topic, AI SEO with Reddit, just as a totally random example. That's going to start going off and creating the blog post here. And we can come back to that in a minute, but basically we've got an AI agent that works for us in the background. And so you can use Minimax for all this stuff. Now, the next step is really expanding with content and affiliates. So once your service is running, you can create content about it, use AI to make YouTube videos, post on social media, build an audience, right? So for example, for us, we sell SEO service. We can automate a lot of that with AI, and we actually post about it daily on X. Right. So for example, if we scroll down here, you can see that a lot of our content is AI generated. And the way that we generate this content is basically with AI. And you can easily get Minimax to start creating tweets for you, start scheduling video scripts, that sort of thing, right? And Minimax can even create videos itself, right? So if I'm like, okay, create a vlog, create a UGC vlog of a day in the life of a Yeti, right? Just as a random example, just to show you how you can create videos inside here. You can actually start doing that right now, so you can see, and Minimax can actually generate videos for you as well. So, whether you're creating videos, whether you're creating SEO content, whatever you want to do, you can automate it using Minimax. And then the other cool thing here is if you're promoting tools, let's say, for example, I'm creating a video or creating a tweet about NA10, I can actually use affiliate links inside my content and post those inside the content itself as well. And you can see here it's beginning to do image prompts, and then it will turn those images into videos later, which is pretty cool. So from here, once we've done that, we've got this 30-day plan. All right. So if you're wondering, okay, like how do you find stuff that you can sell? One of the best places to start is really going over Fiverr.com. We'll give you some ideas of what you can sell, how you can sell it, etc. So if we open Fiverr up like now, let's wait for this. Here we go. And let's say, for example, we're thinking, okay, what can we sell on Fiverr? So I'm going to type in SEO here and see what SEO services people are creating, and then figure out, okay, how can I automate this with Minimax? So if we have a look down the list here, for example, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go through the list. Maybe we'll type in like blogs for SEO, something like that, right? All right, so we can see like a bunch of people are selling blog posts on Fiverr, right? And so there's no reason why we can't do the same, right? For example, if we have a look here down the list, we've got people selling optimized SEO blogs, and we could easily create the same content using Minimax, right? So for example, if we go back to Minimax here and we go back to this section, right, the AI SEO with Reddit, you can see that it's fully automated a blog post here. Pretty simple and easy, and we could sell that as a service on Fiverr.com. The line just gives us a keyword, we create a good prompt for optimizing it, boom, we've automated that service. Also got the example of the vlog. So if we have a look here, we've got these examples, right? So it's created a day in the life of a Yeti vlog, right? And I'm just going to say turn these into videos, and then it should be able to turn those images into videos, and it's planned out the whole thing here, right? So as an example of that, if you want to see an example of us creating videos, let's have a look here. Yeah, here we go. So here's an example of it actually creating videos for us. Like you can see, so it can generate videos and then stitch them together. You can also do stuff like you can actually, for example, program and code cool stuff like you see here. So this is Hyperbong. So you can actually build out apps for clients as well if they're interested in that stuff. But yeah, there's so much you can do with this. So what I've done is I've created a 30-day plan for you to implement this if you want to get access to it. Some people would say, I need to be technical to be able to use AI. Think about it like this. Like you don't need to know how a car engine works to start driving. And you can easily do the same with AI, right? You don't need to be able to code. You just need to understand how to ask for what you need. Top of that, some people say there's too much competition. The market is saturated. I thought the same when I started my Fiverr profile. That was about 10 years ago now. And we've had over 10,000 orders. Sorry, 2,000 5-star reviews on Fiverr, like you can see. I don't sell on there anymore, but you can see how we thought the market was saturated back then. And the thing that most people miss is like new tools create new opportunities, right? So Minimax M 2.1 literally just came out. Most people haven't even heard of it yet. That means the people who learn it first get the advantage. You get there before the crowd show up, basically. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab. This is a community of 42,400 members. You can Google it, go onto Google, type in AI Success Lab, Julian Goldie, etc., and you'll find it. And also, if you go inside this section, inside the classroom, you'll get all the resources and video notes from today that you can just steal from me with all the prompts and everything else. So if you want to get that stuff, it's all inside here, along with the 30-day plan and links to everything that I've talked about today. Today, I'm going to show you how to use Notebook LM to make money, not just save time, but actually turn research into income, turn documents into services you can sell, turn content into affiliate commissions. This is the exact system I use, and I'm giving it all away today, even if you don't have a business yet, even if you've never used Notebook LM before, so that by the end of this video, you'll have a complete plan. And stay until the end because there's something special waiting for you. Let's get straight into it. So the method that we're going to be using today is called the note profit system. All right. And this is my framework for making money with Notebook LM. And essentially, the first method that you're going to use is you're going to niche down on a profitable topic. From there, you're going to organize your sources, transform that into sellable content, and then E stands for expand. So let me show you exactly how it works. Step number one, you want to niche down on a profitable topic. So Notebook is amazing at making sense of information, but you need to focus it. All right. Pick a topic that, people would potentially pay you for, you can find sources on, and has affiliate programs you can promote. So some examples of this, it could be like AI tools for small business, like NA10, they have an example program. You have, for example, real estate. You have like health and fitness for busy people. You got career changes. And the more specific, the better. And then step number two, you're going to organize your sources, right? So Notebook now supports, for example, 300 sources per notebook, PDFs, Google Docs, YouTube videos, websites, audio files, images, and more, right? And the key is uploading quality sources. The better your sources, the better your outputs, the more you can make. Who we got here? We've got the Hands-Free Live afternoon. Kicking as usual. Thanks again. Always happy to help. And we have Jeremy says, all right, awesome. So from here's where it gets good. So Notebook LM can actually create like audio views, video views, study guides, daily tables, mind maps, slide decks, presentations, flashcards, and quizzes. And each of these can be something you actually sell to attract clients. So that is T. And then the final step, number four, using this framework is you expand, right? So here's the play. You can create content that attracts an audience, sell services based on your expertise, promote programs that you mentioned, and build a community around your niche. Multiple streams, one system. That is the Note profit system. Let's get straight into it. So first thing you're going to want to do is start setting up your machine. So you're going to go to Google Trends to search for niches you're interested in and find one that's trending upwards. Another way that you can do this if you don't want to use Google Trends is you can actually just take this example prompt. So for Gemini, plug that in and just say, based on current trends, what are 10 profitable niches for content creators in 2026? Focus on niches where people buy information products or courses or services. And then from here, we can start generating that out, right? My apologies, Ashton. I'm on the other page. I'm following on this also. I love your content. Thanks very much, sir. Good to see you here, Ashton. Appreciate you joining. So we're going to keep going through now. We're beginning to build out this example, as you can see. And this is going to give us like a bunch of ideas for stuff we could potentially sell, right? We're using, so we'll come on to that in a sec. And so, for example, like AI integration, that could be one. Could be, for example, longevity and health span. There's all sorts of ideas here that you could actually use and loads of cool ways that you can use this, all right? But the main thing here is, okay, what are you going to build with this? What's your plan here? For example, what else you got here? And it also gives you some ideas on what to sell. So for example, like information, services, and community. So you can actually expand into multiple different methods, as you can see right here, and then use whichever one you think is the best, okay? Now, if we go back to the 30-day plan, day 2, you're going to go to Notebook LM, create your first notebook, name it after your niche. So for example, if we go back here and we have a look through, we're like, okay, we could use this one, right? Or we could use this one. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to take that. We're going to create a new notebook around it. And then from there, what we're actually going to do is just rename it to our niche, which is, the one that we just picked from Gemini. Then we can do some fast research to pull in some sources, and that's going to build out our notebook. Now, from here, you really want to upload like at least 10 high quality sources about your niche. This could be YouTube video links, PDFs, Google Docs, website yours. And from there, you want to start generating your first podcast episode using the data features and just getting set up, right? Now, also what you can do here is based on your niche, you can actually find some programs that you can promote. And obviously, if people click on the program that you promote and it's an affiliate program, that you can generate sales. So, if people buy from you. So if we say, okay, find affiliate programs that pay commission in, and then we just put in our niche, which is this one right here. All right. And then give me the program name, rate, how to join, etc. We'll plug that in, and that's going to start building this out. And so now just to recap, we have created the notebook. We found a niche. We found how we can monetize it. And then we've actually researched the programs that we could start promoting inside our content. In the meantime, we've pulled in a bunch of sources and automated them on Notebook LM. And this is basically how we're going to create content using that system that I just showed you. All right. And then also what you want to do here is once you've actually found the program that you're going to promote. So for example, like let's look at this one, right? Renew by Science, specialized in this. Here's the commission rate. And then you can actually join via this link to sign up, right? And the attribution window, etc. So the main thing here is like you find stuff in your niche you can promote that if people click on and buy, you start generating sales, right? And so there's a bunch of ideas right here. So if we went, for example, let's have a look at this one. Let's have a look. So what we got here, let's see which one of these links actually. Sometimes the links don't always work, and that's okay. We're just going to find the ones. All right, so let's say, for example, we want to become a promoter of Thorn. We can take this information like so, plug that in down here, right? So we can take the information of whatever we're going to promote. So let's say, for example, let's have a look what we got here. So let's say I start promoting this, right? I can take the information about this, then I can go to Gemini, plug in the information about the product, and then plug in this prompt that says, write landing page, copy that offers a free longevity comparison chart. Make it compelling and explain the value. And that'll basically start generating a landing page for the actual lead magnet that we're going to generate the products in. And so just to recap here, because we should really break down the workflow, all right? So let me explain to you how this is working. All right. So what we're going to do here is we are going to find niches with Gemini, right? Then we're going to create a notebook to generate content, find programs to promote. And then from here, we're going to start create a lead magnet to generate leads. And from here, we shall start promoting with content. All right, so these are the kind of stages that you can use. You find niches, you create a notebook to generate content, find programs to promote, create a lead magnet, and then start promoting, right? So for example, if we have a look here, how do we find the niches? Well, we use Gemini. We use Gemini to find the niches like so. All the prompts are in the AI Success Lab, which is completely free. And then how did we find the programs to start promoting? We used Gemini using this prompt, right? It found us a bunch. We picked one, and then we generated the lead magnet for it, right? And so we are using every stage of this process. We found the niches with Gemini. We create the notebook to generate the content over here. Right? We found programs to promote over here. We create the lead magnet and the landing page for the lead magnet, which you can see. And then we need to start promoting. What you want to start doing from here is creating like narrated videos that you can upload to YouTube with and add your links in the description of the YouTube videos, right? For example, if you have a look at this channel right here. So if we have a look at, for example, Sani, he promotes the AI Profit Boardroom, right? And basically what he's doing here is he's taking my videos, clipping them, and he creates these AI generated videos that are clipped, and then he promotes our affiliate programs inside the description here, as you can see. And so why is this important? It's important because basically he's using the same process and it actually works. And so how do you generate the video? Well, you can go to video overview over here and you can generate video and you'll see that it'll start generating there. Now, if you want to edit the video before you create it to focus on a specific topic. Then you would just type that in here. And from here, you would start sending traffic to the programs that you want to promote. You find niches, create content, start promoting. And basically what I've done here is we've got a full 30-day plan on exactly how to implement that. So just to recap, I've shown you how to use Notebook LM to create content, promote it, generate traffic to these programs. And if people click on buy on those programs, then you start generating sales, right? How does it work? Well, you're going to niche down, organize the sources, create content, and expand with streams. As you can see, I've created a 30-day plan that you can actually implement with this. And I've shown you some demos of how you can do this. All right. Now, and some people are going to say Notebook LM is just for students and researchers. But the thing is, this really is like a great way to start generating sales online, because think about what it actually does. It turns messy information into organized content, creates podcast videos and reports automatically, saves you hours of research time, right? And then every single one of those outputs can actually be used to generate traffic and sales. For example, podcasts have sponsors, which you can generate inside Notebook. Videos can have affiliate links, which you generate sales from. And reports can actually be sold as services. So it's not really a study tool, it's a business tool if you know how to use it in the right way. Some people say, I don't have anything valuable to teach, but the secret is you don't need to be an expert. You just need to be a curator, right? So Notebook LM does all the creation for you, and you just upload the best sources. It synthesizes them, you package and share it, right? So for example, for me, like I write songs as a hobby, but I'm not the world's best musician, right? But I can curate the best songwriting advice and create content around it. Same for you, right? Pick a topic, curate and share it. That's basically how it works. Now, for example, like the old way was you'd research for hours before creating one single piece of content. With Notebook LM, the new way is you just upload sources and generate content in minutes. The old way with podcasts is like you would hire podcast editors and video producers. The new way is Notebook LM creates both for free. The old way was guessing what your audience wants to buy. The new way is you use data tables inside Notebook LM to actually analyze and create, like you can see over here. The old way was hoping SEO brings traffic eventually. The new way is you can create multi-format content that works on video, podcasts, etc. And the old way was struggling to stay consistent. The new way is like you can batch create a month of content in one day on Notebook LM and then just schedule out on social media. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab. If you go to the classroom over here, then you're going to go to the section over here. You can get access to this whole process, right? So I've given you all the notes, the introduction of what you're doing, the video resources from today, and then also a 30-day plan for implementing it, plus the custom Goldie profit system. As you can see, this is completely free. Link in the comments description to the AI Success Lab. Also, if you haven't checked it out already, check out the AI Profit Boardroom. This is an amazing community where we basically share all of our best strategies that are working right now. We have an accountability group inside there. We share our wins, we share our goals, and we all learn and grow together as a community. There's actually 1,900 members inside the community, and that's growing all the time. Also, inside the calendar here, you can get access to all our best teaching, coaching, trainings, etc. You can jump on live coaching calls each week. And also, you can see all of my best trainings inside the classroom here to get help and support on, for example, my best playbooks, how to learn AI, how to implement this inside your business, etc. Ernesto says, hola, thanks for sharing. See you. And Ashton says, people literally don't know this guy is spending his own time giving free information. Haters can hate. You're great, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. So that is how to use Notebook LM. Today, I'm going to show you how to build out a faceless AI automated channel. Like you can see right here, this is Ava Does AI, and she is completely AI generated, right? Now, if we go to one of our videos, like you see right here, we have these amazing screen shares where we're basically teaching people stuff on YouTube, and then we actually direct them to our community, like you see right here, right? And this is all automated. I don't touch it. I don't create the content or anything like that, but it's a fully faceless channel that's generated with AI. And so today, I'm going to show you exactly how I've been doing this. You don't need to film yourself. You don't need a fancy camera. You don't need a studio, just AI tools to do the heavy lifting. And I'm going to show you the exact process I use to create AI avatar videos. I'm going to show you how to do this for free. I'm going to give you a complete 30-day plan to go from zero to your first faceless video. We're going to talk about the tools I use, including HeyGen and Claude, plus I'll share my screen and show you some of the examples like I've shown you right here. This is a brand new channel we just started like literally a few weeks ago. And you see a lot of these videos are doing really well. So this one got 700 views, this one got 500 views, 2,900 views, etc. A lot of these videos are performing very well. And I'm going to break down the process and exactly how you can automate it today. All right. So let's talk about the Goldie Faceless engine. Okay, a 30-day framework to build an AI video channel from scratch. And this is the exact system I use to create AI videos that can generate sales online. Okay, and it works whether you want to build a program to someone else, if you want to sell services, if you want to create multiple different channels. You can do this, and each day has one clear action. Each action moves you closer to growing your business. So let's break it down, okay? So week 1, the foundation. The goal of this week is to pick your niche and set up your channel so it's ready to get started. Now, you can find profitable niche using Google Trends, okay? So if you go to Trends over here, you can see what people are searching for, and you just want to find stuff that's trending up, really. That's the main goal here. For example, we're going to switch to worldwide here. We're going to look over the last 12 months, all right? And you see the actual trend is dropping down a little bit, right? So that's 37%. We don't really want to go for that, okay? But let's have a look at something else now. So we're going to put another example here. We're going to find something that's just trending. Let's see what we've got. Oh, this is a good one, right? So you see how it's grown from 50% of its potential search volume to 91%. The sauna niche is pretty good, right? Like you've got a lot of interesting stuff that you could actually promote around that. And that was quite easy to find, right? And so you just want to search random ideas inside Google Trends. It's a free tool. And then you can quickly find potential niches that you can go into, okay? What you can also do is you can take this prompt and just go over to Gemini and just find a bunch of ideas. So we say, I want to start a Faceless YouTube channel. Give me 10 niche ideas where people actively buy products and services. Focus on niches with programs or service opportunities. For each niche, explain why you would go into it, right? Now it's going to give us a bunch of ideas, and we can automate that with Gemini. Next step is to start researching your competitors, right? So what you can actually do is you can go to free tools like vidIQ, and vidIQ will actually find you these competitors here. It's like a really powerful way for free to find potential niches that you can go into, right? So you can see here, for example, it finds its niches, it breaks down the tools. We can easily install the Chrome extension and we can get started from there, okay? But the main point here is like you can easily research your competitors, search for YouTube channels in your niche, look for Faceless channels getting views, and then write down the video topics, titles, and what they say. You can also go to Claude and you can type this prompt in, and basically what you're trying to do here is like copy the formulas that already work. So you don't need to guess what makes Faceless channels successful in the space, what video formats work, what do they sell, give me 10 ideas, blah, blah, blah. And we'll plug that in. I've actually seen, for example, if you go inside, Gemini's actually come back to us with a bunch of ideas, pretty cool as well. If we go inside here and we type in, I think Stoicism is one that I've seen. Yeah, it's trending quite a lot now. You can see it's performing pretty well. So Stoicism, I've seen loads of videos about how to be a Stoic on YouTube. Most of those videos are like motivational videos, just fully automated. So you can easily find the niche from Gemini. You can see it's given us 10 different ideas. Then you can plug those into Google Trends, check the search volume. From there, you can download vidIQ and just start researching your competitors. After that, you can also get Claude to do some research on Faceless videos for you as well. So here's a winning formula. Here's how it works. Here's some examples, right? And then it talks about different ways you could actually utilize this. For example, like ads or digital products. You could promote other people's programs. You could do branded products. And it even gives you like 10 video ideas that you could start going ahead with. Pretty simple and easy. Now, from there, you're going to start setting up your YouTube channel. Just create your channel, pick a name that sounds professional, write a simple description about what your channel covers. That's pretty basic. I don't think I need to show you that. If you are struggling, you can use this prompt inside Claude and just say, okay, write a YouTube channel description for it. So let's take, for example, this one. We say, okay, write a YouTube channel description for this niche, make it clear what viewers will learn, keep it under 200 words, include a call to action to subscribe. And now you can start building out thumbnail templates on Canva. Now, if you've never used Canva before, here's what it looks like, all right? So, for example, inside Canva, you can create all these templates. If you actually type in YouTube here and you need to create thumbnails for your YouTube videos, by the way, if you're not sure what a thumbnail is, that's what a thumbnail is, right? That's what it looks like. But if we go back to Canva now, we can type in YouTube. We get a bunch of thumbnail templates, as you can see, like this one. We can click on use this template and then go forward with that, right? You can also create your own. So, for example, if I go to my thumbnail designs, you can see I've got a bunch of thumbnail designs right here, and I can just create new ones if I need to. So if we click on this, we can edit it, change it, add different elements to it, etc. Right? Like this, for example. And you can easily just add different designs to it, improve the thumbnails. And then once you're ready to get the thumbnail, you can click on File, download the thumbnail, and then you're good to go. All right. You just delete any of the premium designs in here. But yeah, that's basically how it works. So if we click on download over here, we can do that. The other way you can do this is pretty easy to automate, is that you can take this, for example, we'll copy a screenshot of that. We're going to go to Gemini, and we can actually use Nano Banana to automate the thumbnails for us as well. So if we click on create images, we've got the thumbnail attached, and we're going to say inside here, okay, edit the thumbnail. So it's about fitness. We'll take a video idea from before. So for example, let's take this one. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll copy that title. video title equals, right, that, and we'll say customize and edit the thumbnail. So it's about fitness, video title is this. Hit enter. Make sure you've got Nano Banana selected, as you can see down there. And from there, what it's actually going to do is edit the thumbnail so that we can quickly generate a customized thumbnail to our niche, right? But we're using the design that we like as inspiration, right? So it's beginning to use Nano Banana to generate that out. And from there, we're good to go. All right. So you can see it's now creating the thumbnail. Pretty easy to do. Wait for that to load. And we're good to go on that. All right. Now, whilst we're waiting for that to load, let me come back to the next stage of the process. You're going to sign up for some programs where you can affiliate stuff, right? As you can see, start promoting some products. And then what you want to do is start writing out your first video script. Okay. So we can go out to Claude here. We'll take the video title like this, as you can see. We'll go out to Claude to automate the script. We'll replace your topic with this title. And we'll say the video should be, let's say, 10 minutes long, include a hook in the first 10 seconds, add a call to action, blah, blah, blah. The other way that you can do this, and this is quite interesting, is you can go to Notebook LM. And, you know, if you want to do this for free, like you want to do this fully for free, then what you can actually do here is you can create faceless videos inside Notebook LM. And all you do is you go on the right-hand side here, you create a notebook, custom trained on all your sources, and then on the right hand side you would click generate video overview, and that will create a faceless video that you can use to promote your niche instead. So if we click on this, for example, we've got a video here. It's fully narrated. I won't play the sound because it'll mess up the stream, but you can see it's a fully automated video promoting whatever we want to talk about. Now, if you wanted to do something about, say you wanted to create a faceless video about pull-ups or fitness, for example, like this, for example, a niche from this list. So let's say we're focusing on meal plans, which is what Claude gave us earlier. We're going to go into add sources inside Notebook. We shall click on discover sources down here. We're going to type meal plans, meal plan prep for fitness, right? Then we're going to click on fast research. You can do deep research, which will pull in a lot more sources, but take a lot more time. So if I'm doing a video about it, I'm just going to go with fast. That's going to pull in the sources over here. And then once we've pulled in the sources, we can generate a video over here, right? So we've got these sources. We'll click import. This is, by the way, this is all free. Like you can use Notebook LM for free. And you can see here it's pulling in the sources, right? Then we can go to video overview over here. We can select our visual style that we prefer if you want to create a free faceless video. And then from there, we can take one of the video titles, like, so for example, we can take this one, right? We'll take this title, we'll plug it into Notebook LM, we'll click on generate, and that will start generating a video based on the information we plugged into Notebook LM. So it's quite simple and easy to do this stuff if you know what you're doing. And again, this is free, okay? So just to recap, we have automated the thumbnail. I don't know why that's taking so long. We might have to refresh it in a minute. There we go. All right. So it's created the thumbnail here. So we've automated the thumbnails for free with Gemini. We automated the niche research and the video ideas using Claude. We automated the video itself, the faceless video, using Notebook LM, right? And we did this all in this like 10 minutes whilst I'm showing you. So this stuff is really amazing. You could go to CapCut and start using B-roll. So if you actually go to CapCut.com, this is like an AI-powered video editor. You can actually download it for free, and then you can insert B-roll into your content. And it's actually like a smart editor and generator. So it uses AI to edit the video and to insert, like, for example, different B-roll and that sort of thing. So it's quite easy to do, as you can see. And then you can even use AI to help you edit it as well. But from start to finish, you're good to go. Pital says, wow, this live, it is indeed, my friend. So if you have any questions as we go along, Pital, feel free to ask. But yeah, you can see how easy this is, all right? So we've created the video, and then you just want to start uploading videos daily, right? So make sure that you start uploading videos daily, but from start to finish, you now know how to create your own video channel, all right? And we've talked about, for example, how to create a YouTube video, how to get 10 videos created with Notebook LM, how to find the services or products that you could sell. And also we've created a system to help you create more content, right? And all the prompts from here you've got, and now you've got an asset that works for you, okay? So you could also generate like 30 video ideas with this prompt. So you could take one video and turn it into a content empire. So you could take the video script and just say, give me 5 YouTube short scripts, 3 Twitter posts, 2 LinkedIn posts, and 1 email for my newsletter, all promoting the same thing. Or you could say, write a high converting video description and then use that across social media as well. All right. So that's basically it for the process and how it works step by step. Some people, I want to talk about this as well. So like some people say I need to be on camera to get stuff to convert on YouTube. And I found that actually my AI avatar stuff converts better than me as a human. I think it's because it's more articulate, it's more interesting, more entertaining, has better energy. And also it's just more entertaining on screen. All right. And I would say for people who think this, that's the biggest lie that's holding them back. The old way was like, you think you need expensive cameras, you need to look perfect, you need to be comfortable on video, spend hours filming and refilming, and you never start because you're not ready, right? Whereas the new way is like, you get AI avatar videos that look professional without you filming. You got stock footage from CapCut and an AI voice that works just as well from Notebook LM. You got the value that you provide, which matters more than your face, honestly. And you can create a video in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. And you can start today with the free tools that I've already shown you. Okay. And think about the biggest channels you watch. How many are just screen recordings with voiceover? How many are slideshows with someone talking? How many are animations, right? The Mr. Beast style face on camera content is just one format for YouTube. There are channels doing really well with no face at all, and they win because of the value they provide, not because of how they look. Other people are going to say, okay, it takes too long to grow on YouTube. If you have a look at this channel here, we only started this a couple of weeks ago and it's already crushed. We've been publishing 2 videos a day. We literally only started it 2 weeks ago and it's got 169 subscribers already. So it's doing really well and that was super fast. Right? So people think YouTube is a long game, build an audience for years, hope something goes viral, maybe it does something someday. The old way was like waiting for 1,000 subscribers to get started, hoping for ad revenue, building for years, and then giving up after 3 months. That was the old way. The new way is you can start promoting other people's products and generating sales that way. You can start generating sales before you've monetized because you're promoting other people's products. Every video is like a potential asset for you, and one good video can really like generate sales for months, right? Here's how I think of it. Imagine you're a farmer. The old way was like you plant seeds, wait a year, harvest. The new way is plant seeds and set up a farm stand on day one. Even before your crops grow, you can sell other farmers' products at your stand. And that's basically how this model works, right? You don't wait for YouTube. You just put other people's program links inside your video, right? And once a viewer clicks your link and buys stuff, you grow, right? And that can happen inside your first video. And I'll show you some examples of this, right? So if you go to the AI Profit Boardroom, which is my automation community, right? You see inside here, we've got all these different classrooms, right? And if you go inside this section here, this course here, we talk you through some ways to do this, right, with YouTube. And then also we have some case studies of other members inside the Profit Boardroom who have won with this, right? So for example, Sani is crushing it, right? Here's what he did. You can see Steve Light as well. Steve Light was doing AI clipping. You can see Elsa. Elsa is crushing it with promoting other people's programs. You can see MQ. He's actually promoting the AI Profit Boardroom. And then Jackie Chow as well. He promoted our program and he's absolutely winning. And how do you get a link to promote? You just go to this section here once you've joined the AI Profit Boardroom and you can grab a link and then boom. So you're good to go, right? And that's how it works. All right. And so let's have a look at some of these questions. So for example, P-Tao says, great, really interested. I've had hard times with video recording, lip sync, editing. Yeah, I feel your pain. Can Notebook LM help on this? If yes, please. Yeah, I've shown you all the prompts today, right? Like you can get all the prompts in the video notes for free inside the AI Success Lab. So if you join the AI Success Lab, as you can see right here, you get access to a community of 40,700 people. But also if you go to the classroom and then you go to this section right here, you can see that we've got all these notes, right? And you've got all the tools, right? So we've shown you all the tools that we use personally, and you can click on those links and start using them. We've given you all the prompts that you can copy and paste it. So you can just copy and paste these prompts. And I've shown you exactly how to do that today. All right. And yeah, that's all free. And then if you want to, for example, if you want to learn how our members did it, just join the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments description to join that, or go to the AIProfitBoardroom.com. Creative Dreamer says, if you put someone else's link, how can you be sure they will register sales through your traffic and fairly compensate you? That's a good point. So you want to go with ones that you actually trust, right? If you want one where you're guaranteed, go to the AI Profit Boardroom because, for example, here you can see all these different members that are absolutely crushing using the same methods, right? And also the cool thing about the AI Profit Boardroom is like you just grab a link like and it automatically tracks. So you can see for me, for example, even I use this, you can see how we've performed doing this process, right? If you want to steal this process from me, or if you want to be 100% certain that you're with someone you can trust, like just check out my site. That's basically how it works. So thanks so much for watching. Appreciate watching today. If you want to join the AI Profit Boardroom community, you'll get access to all this community with 1,900 members, link in the description. It's a really active community where people are posting loads of cool stuff all the time. Inside the win section here, you can see people winning with AI and what they're building and everything else. You get access to all my best training, and we have 4 coaching calls a week. So if you ever get stuck, you can jump on the coaching calls or ask inside the community and get help and support whenever you need it. On top of that, inside the classroom here, you can watch back all of the trainings that we have. So for example, if you want to see those case studies I was talking about earlier, just go to this section and watch them back here, right? If you want to see how I create AI avatar videos, you can check that out in this section here. If you want to see, for example, my best N8N automations or my agency course, etc., it's all inside the classroom. So feel free to get that link in the comments the description. I appreciate you all watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the best ways to make money with AI in 2026. And if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask, but we're just going to go straight into this with how to make money with school. So if you've never done this before, don't worry, I'll guide you through it. And I've got a guide here. As you can see, we'll run through the notes today and all the tools that you can use for free and where we're up to with school. You can see where we're up to right here. So these are the numbers. And bear in mind, like we just started in February. So that's an idea of school and how much you can make, etc. He says hi. And Indigo says, join the boardroom today. Going to feel it out for a month and hopefully upgrade to the annual offer. Thanks so much. Welcome on board. Good to see you. Awesome. All right, we got some awesome members here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So, if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. And we're just going to get straight into this. So let's start running through it. How does this work? What is school, first of all? School is like a community where you can basically set up a community. You can set up like courses inside there. You can set up weekly coaching calls, kind of like a glorified Facebook group, but much simpler and easier to grow. And if you've never been in this before, I'm going to show you how to build a school community that grows without creating endless content, without being glued to your phone, without needing any tech skills, even if you've never built a community before, even if you don't have an audience, even if you've never used AI. I'm going to show you something brand new as well. This is a free way to use AI to build and grow a school community, and we'll test this live today. All right. And by the end of this video, you'll have a complete 30-day plan to launch or grow your school community. You'll get free AI tools that create content for you. You get the prompts you can copy and paste today. And you will also get a system that brings new members to your school community. And this is the exact framework that I've used for the AI Profit Boardroom. I'm going to show you everything. We'll just test it out together. All right. Now, this is something I call the school growth engine framework. So again, like this is where we're up to with school. We started in February. You can see where we're up to, what we're doing, etc. You can see how many members we've got inside here. You can see the pricing and everything else, right? And this is the landing page that we send people to join. So this is my personal system for building school communities with AI. I created this after running the Profit Boardroom with over 1,900 members. It's simple. You can do it for free. And what we're building today, before we dive in, is going to show some cool things that we can build live, all right? So, for example, you can actually upload your school community post set and then train on topics your members love and ask it to generate 30 days of post ideas, all right? Let's start with the 30-day school growth engine plan. Number one, you're going to pick your niche, all right? So most people skip this step and wonder why they fail. Your niche needs to be specific. So not business, but AI for real estate agents. Not fitness, but weight training for dads over 40, right? You see how specific that is as a niche? If you're not sure how to get started with this, you can always go to Google Trends, and it's a free tool to see what's trending right now, see what people are searching for and everything else. Another option that you can do is you can actually go into Gemini, and Gemini is free to use, all right? And you say, give me 10 specific niches that are trending right now. Each niche should have a clear target audience format, niche name, target audience, why it's growing, right? And just pick one that excites you. So, for example, here, you can go into Gemini, like you can see, and if you want to test this out, here you go, all right? And so we've posted this inside Gemini, and it is beginning to generate some niche ideas for our school community. And you really want to figure this out first before you start building anything out so that you can quickly get straight into this, right? And the better the niche, obviously, the more opportunities you tend to find, right? So, for example, if I start talking about newspapers, probably not the best time in history to start talking about newspapers. But if I started talking about AI, that's trending. A lot of people interested in AI, right? Or that sort of stuff. So you want to find stuff that's trending, really. So, for example, let's find some examples. We've got air automation for solopreneurs. We've got metabolic health. If you knew what you're doing, don't do any health stuff unless you know what you're doing there. The Faceless creator economy. So introverts, it's got the target audience here, but if you target, for example, introverts and privacy conscious individuals who want to grow a business online without showing their face. You could also do something like a pickleball strategy if you're into pickleball. Any sports work really well on communities. And another thing that you can do here is once you've set up a community inside school, you can just use the link. I've actually given you all the links to set this up if you want inside schools. You get like a free trial of school if you want to test this out. But basically, if you go to school, you can actually see where people are up to, what sort of niches are popping off, right? So for example, if we go to the game section over here, we go into the hobby section, you can see what's trending all time, right? Which are the biggest communities of all time in this niche. So for example, people are creating school communities about salsa dance or learning Spanish, Hamilton dog training, photo projects. So there's lots of cool stuff in here. If you go to the tech niche here, you can actually see me down there. So there I am, top 6 of all time. And basically what we're doing here is we're just checking out, okay, what are the niches? What could we potentially go into? And ideally, you want to have some expertise before you go into this stuff. Don't start a community about something you don't know anything about, right? That would just be awkward. But basically, you can see how you can easily automate the niche itself, okay? What I'd recommend from there is you actually post your niche choice inside the AI profit boardroom, right? And the reason that I recommend posting inside the community here is that we actually have an accountability group, right? So if you're serious about setting up a school community, if you're serious about growing, etc., you can hold yourself accountable inside here. And if you hold yourself accountable, you're far more likely to achieve your goals. All right. Next up, day 2, you need to know exactly who you're helping. So I'd recommend going to Perplexity. Again, you can use this for free as well. From here, really, you want to take the niches that you were targeting before from Gemini and start using that to research audiences inside Perplexity. Now, the cool thing about Perplexity is it's great at research, right? It's one of the most powerful tools in the world for research. So why does that matter? If you're researching your audience, that's going to be one of those important things, right? Makes sense. King A says, lovely, good to see you here, sir. Thank you very much for joining today. And then what we're going to say, for example, is like research the top 5 pain points that your niche, and you just insert your niche here that you've picked, struggles with. What keeps them up at night? What have they tried before? What do they really want? And then go to Notebook, create a notebook, and you can paste the research inside there. Let me show you how this works, all right? So for example, here we can copy this, we can go over to Perplexity. So we're going to plug in this prompt, and then we're going to put in our niche, right? And we're going to take the niche, like, so let's say, for example, we picked the Faceless creator economy. So we're going to plug that in, type that into Perplexity here, skip that, and then we're going to start doing the research for our target audience right here. Now, whilst we're waiting for that to load, bear in mind that you can get all the notes for free and all the prompts inside the free school group, the AI Success Lab. Link in the comments description. Comes with 41,000 members. So there's 41,000 members inside there who are interested in AI, just like you. And if you go to the classroom here and then go to this section, you can see all of these free trainings, right? And if you scroll down, you got all the links, all the resources, all the notes. You've got the full guide and the framework. So the school growth engine framework that I've created for you. You've got the 30-day plan with all the prompts, so you can just copy and paste. So it's giving you the full plan for implementing this stuff. And then also what you can see down here is that we actually have 100 prompts for building your school community. It's a niche research prompts. You've got community setup prompts. You've got content creation prompts. Every prompt for every part of the process is all inside there. You can copy and paste it and steal it from me for free. Enjoy. All right, so now we've researched our niche and you can see the top 5 pain points of our audience. Ernesto says, thanks for sharing from Mexico. Good to see you, Ernesto. Hola. I actually used to live in Playa del Carmen out in Mexico. Love that place. Beautiful beaches, great people, great food. So always good to see a fellow Mexican. So as you can see right here, we've got the pain points inside Perplexity, and then we have the understanding of our niche, right? Now, how can we use this? I'm going to show you how to use this in a second, but basically this helps us understand our niche, our audience. And when we go to create the sales page, right? The important thing to note here is if we cover the right pain points of our audience, they're far more likely to sign up, right? And so the better we can research our audience, the better we can create a sales page that actually converts. And that's what we want, my friends. That is what we want. All right. So next up, you're going to create your community name. Your name matters. Should be easy and clear to remember. You can use ChatGPT for this if you want. I've actually included all the links inside the guide today. And you can take this, like, for example, here. So we're going to copy that like this, right? We're going to plug in the avatar of our audience. Now, how do we know what our avatar is? We've actually got the information here, right? So here's all the information of our avatar. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to copy all the content from this page, and then we're going to plug that into ChatGPT using the prompt that I've created for you. All right. So I'm building a school community for, and then we'll paste that. And then we're going to say generate 20 community names that clearly say what it's about, sound premium and exclusive, are easy to remember, include power words like lab, academy, inner circle, collective, club, hub. Right? That's basically how you create something nicer. Now, whilst we're waiting for that to load, what I would say is it doesn't need to be too fancy. It doesn't need to be too clever. It just needs to be simple and it needs to be easy to remember, right? And it needs to be easy for you to pronounce if you're creating content too. I'll tell you that for free. So you can see here, we've got, for example, privacy focus. We've got introvert friendly names, the creator systems lab. That's pretty cool. We've got the creator black box lab. Love that. We have the quiet creator club. All right. And so you've come up with a bunch of names. And just to recap here, you've done a lot already, right? We've implemented a lot today, sir. So you can see, for example, we have picked our niche. Nice. And that was supposed to be day 1, but we did it in 10 minutes. We researched the avatar. That was supposed to be day 2. We did it in 2 minutes. We created the community name. boom shakalaka, we're well on our way to get results with this stuff, right? And then if you want to create your community and set it up, right, you can just go to school and then you just click on create a community, right? And you can sign up right here. That's how simple and easy it is to do. And then from here, you start creating your classroom structure. So for example, if you have a look at the classroom inside the AI Profit Boardroom, you can see how we structured it right here. Honestly, you only need one course. So you only need one module to get started with this. And to be honest, like until you start getting some customers in, I wouldn't even create the content. I would just pre-sell it, right? So pre-sell it, get people to see if they want to sign up. If they do not sign up, do not create any content. Do sign up, then create the content. And what you can actually do is just jump on a call with your new members and then ask them what they want to learn, teach them everything they need to know, and record that and use that as your course content. That's one of the smartest ways to do it, right? And that way you don't create endless content that takes loads of time. What you can also do is you can go over to Claude AI, like you can see right here. You can say, okay, I'm building a school community about, and you say your topic, and then you just take this information like, all right, so let me show you exactly how it works, right? So I'm building a school community about, and we will take the Faceless creative information over here. All right, there we go. Copy that. We'll go back to Claude now. About, see attached. Create 7 module names and descriptions. Each model should build on the last. Start simple, end advanced. Make it feel like a journey, my friends. Honestly, the classroom content doesn't matter so much on school, and I'll tell you why. Because on school, it's more about community. It's all about making people feel part of something. That's what it's really about. It's not so much about the other stuff. But if you want to do this, you can. Now we've built that out, and that's going to come up with the class modules and everything else. And again, if you have questions, this is going along, like this is live. So ask questions. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you, my friends. All right. And you can see here, we've got, for example, module 1, the invisible advantage, module 2, the faceless framework. And basically it's planned out all the content that we could create for our school community. How easy was that? And so we've automated pretty much every single part of the process using AI, and we've done it in a few minutes. On top of that, what you want to do is have a welcome post. So for example, when people start in our community, they actually get DM'd a link to a post that looks like this. And it's like, welcome, start here, and then blah, blah, blah. Here's all the information. And then it shows them everything they need, right? And it's just packed with value. So you want to give value as soon as people join the community. How do you do that? You can automate it with AI. So you can say, okay, write a welcome post for my school community. It should make them feel excited, tell them what to do, ask them to introduce themselves, be warm and friendly, keep it under 200 words. King says, are you live being recorded? Also, always, man. Always recording, always being live. So now we're going to take the name of this. Okay, nice. And then you can see here that it's going to start automating the page likes. By the way, if you want to watch the recording from today, just go over to YouTube, right? And once you're in YouTube, go to the live section for Julian Goldie SEO. Sorry, that's not the right one. All right. Yeah, you're going to go to Julian Goldie Agency, like you can see right here. Go to the live section, and then you can see that we've got the live sessions recorded here. So all the live sessions that we do, we record them, we put them on YouTube, you can watch them back. All right. So that's how you can get access to this stuff. Hey, brother. Yeah, happy to see you too, sir. Thank you very much for joining. And you can see now we have created the welcome page for the post, right? And you see it's even referenced the modules that we created earlier. And it says, introduce yourself, what platform, what's your biggest challenge, what does success look like for you, blah, blah, blah. And that's automated the welcome post too. So now you're going to set up your about page. And this is your sales page, essentially. So if you go over to the AI Profit Boardroom, let me show you an example of what this looks like in practice. So here's the about page for the AI Profit Boardroom. If you go here, this is the sales page. How do we automate that? I can tell you now, this was written with AI, right? And the way that you do this is you can go to Claude again. We'll say write an about page for my school community. It already has the context of your niche, so you don't need to type that in. And then add a powerful headline, some bullet points on what members get, who it's for, who it's not for, a final CTA, right? Make it punchy and benefit driven. And then what it's going to do is start automating the sales page as well. Beautiful. What's really important to bear in mind here is that when you're automating the sales page, the better it's written, the more convincing it is, the more people sign up, right? So you just make sure it's good. That's what I'd recommend. All right. And you can see here it's written some nice bullet points like this, not for you if blah, blah, blah. This is for you if, and then it's also written some content. Now, you also just want to make sure that punchy plus only 1,000 characters, right? Because on the sales page section, you can only have 1,000 characters. And then if you want to edit this, all you do is click in this box. School is really simple. It's been simplified as much as I can. I met Sam Ovens at the school games last month, and his philosophy is really just making sure that he keeps things as simple as possible, right? And so he doesn't add like random features. It feels like the Apple of communities. So you can see here, for example, here's how to build a content business, train your face, blah, blah, blah. Here's what you get, this is you. This is what you get, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Automated the sales page too. Now, that was just week one. And to be fair, we've done a week's work in 17 or 18 minutes, right? So just to recap, we have picked our niche on day one. We researched our avatar. We created our community name. We set up the school community. We created our classroom structure. We wrote the welcome page. We set up our sales page or about page, right? How easy was that? We just did it with AI. Beautiful. Great content from Sri Lanka. I've never been to Sri Lanka, but maybe one day I will go. My brother actually went there, my half brother, and he said it was fantastic. Content machine, build your content calendar. Okay. So what's important to note here is you really want to make sure that you're creating content to market, right? The reason that you want to market stuff, Joshi is here. Good to see you, Joshi. The reason that you want to start marketing stuff, because if you don't get traffic, nobody's going to sign up, right? So you have to really shout from the rooftops and promote this thing. So how do you do that? You can actually get AI to start building out your content calendar and your content to promote it. Now, if I was starting a school community, again, the two places that I'd recommend starting from are number one, X, right? So X is great because you can post and it's wide open and you can reach people quickly. Plus, it works really well for video. And then the other place that I'd recommend checking out is YouTube, right? So YouTube and X, two of the best places to market a business like school. So if you want to automate these, you can go to Claude, as you can see, and we'll say, write 7 school community posts, marketing my community. Start with a hook, share one valuable insight, end with questions, spark discussion, keep under 150 words, write at 3rd grade level. Reason you want to write at 3rd grade level is simplify it. The reason that you want to keep it under 150 words is that short, punchy content tends to do best on X and everywhere else. And so now this is started to create posts, as you can see. Now you can post those inside your community, or you can post them on X, for example, as a post like that, and start getting attention to your community. And that's how you can start focusing on getting traffic. You can also start setting up a video system. Video builds trust quickly. Now, if you want to create videos quickly, what you can actually do is you can go over to Notebook LM. If you go to Notebook LM, it is a free tool and it can generate videos for free. Beautiful. So, for example, here we've got this article, this notebook on the ultimate guide to muscle building. And you see we've loaded all the sources on the left-hand side. Now, on the right-hand side, what you can actually see here is that we have automated some videos, right? So we've got a bunch of videos we can actually use to market our community, right? And so, for example, this is a nice little presentation. There's two ways you could use this. You could use the actual AI because it's narrated by AI and it's a video with AI and that sort of thing. Or what you could do is you could create these nice little presentations, right? Here's an example. So this is a presentation created and automated with Notebook LM. And then you could actually just present that for 5 minutes on YouTube. Now, I honestly think that human content builds the most trust, right? So if you can get Notebook LM to do the hard work for you of organizing the notes you're going to teach, and then you just jump on for 5 minutes to teach it, I think that's much better. But if you do want to use AI videos, you can do that using Notebook LM as well, right? And if you want to get my full system for generating AI avatar videos, go to the AI Profit Boardroom. Once you're in there, you're going to go to the playbook, as you can see. And then inside the playbook here, you go to the AI avatar video section, and we've got a full standard operating procedure on how to implement that, plus a video tutorial. On top of that, we actually have a screen share on our AI avatar process, and you can get that inside the classroom. Just go to the playbook over here. So, there's a few ways you can automate the content. You can automate video content, or you can do it yourself. You can automate the posts on X, or you can do it yourself. But either way, I've shown you all the methods. Now, what you're going to do from here is create your first mini training, right? So for example, today, what I'm doing with you is a mini training. And the reason that I do this is I know if I help, people trust me. If people trust me, they're more likely to sign up to my school community or to my agency, right? And so what I would recommend is you create your first mini lead with value always, right? And the way you can do this is you can just go to somewhere like dscript.com, and then inside script, you just record like a 5 to 10 minute training on the topic of your content. What topic do you focus on? You can just use the topics inside Claude, right? So Claude, it gave you some ideas for content, and you could just talk about this on a video, right? How do you do that? You just go into script. So you would hit record over here, and just for 5 to 10 minutes, you can do this on your Mac. You can do this on your phone, right? You don't need a fancy camera. I don't have a fancy camera right now, and you're watching me. So you don't need anything special. Just make sure you're recording content and uploading consistently to YouTube or X, right? Imperial says, hello, bro. How are you doing? I am doing fantastic, sir. Great to see you. And we're going to keep going now. So from here, you would say, okay, create an outline for a 10-minute training about whatever, hook, 3 main points, examples for each point, and action steps. Make it practical and easy to follow. And then you can upload that to your classroom, or you could upload it to YouTube, or you could upload it to both, to be honest. So you can see here, for example, if we're talking about why most faceless channels fail, we could put that into the topic here, right? So I'm going to paste that in and we'll say, create an outline for a 10-minute training video about why most faceless videos fail for one reason, right? And then we'll hit enter like so. And what that's going to do is start creating the script for the video that we use to promote our school community, right? Video outline. Here we go. So we've got the hook. Hook is the most important part, by the way, the first 5 to 15 seconds of any video. And then we've got the main points here. So main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3, etc. And this is actually pretty good content. Like you can read out the script. So for example, here, there are thousands of faceless channels that will never work. And it's not because they picked the wrong niche. It's not because the algorithm hates them. It's because they all made the same mistake, right? That is a great hook. What's the mistake? That's what you want to know. So you keep watching, right? And so you can see some examples of how you can quickly automate the content for your video as well. Now, there's some other stuff you can do as well. And I've actually got a full 30-day plan here, but that's basically how you can use school as a community. Every day you'll see me on YouTube or doing a live stream or posting on X, right? And I've shown you how to automate the whole process. So just to recap here, you can automate finding the niche with the prompts from this section. You can automate researching the avatar with this section. You can automate creating the community name with this prompt, right? Every single stage of the process, I've shown you how to automate it using these prompts. When it comes to creating the content, when it comes to niche research and setups, when it comes to even creating lead magnets to give people a reason to join, you can automate pretty much every single stage of the process, right? And I've shown you, exactly how this works for me. As you can see right here, these are the strategies that work for us, and that's basically what we do. All right, so what I'm going to talk about now is the old way and the new way. Okay. So, when it came to communities, the old way was like guessing what might work and hoping for the best. No bueno. Now what you can do is you can use Google Trends and AI to find proven growing niches in minutes. The old way of creating content was like you stare at a blank screen, write everything yourself. It takes hours. It was brutal back in the day. Now the new way is that AI creates 30 days of content in 10 minutes and you just edit it. The old way of welcoming new members to your group was just a copy and paste message to everyone feeling robotic, right? The new way is that AI writes personalized welcome notes that make people feel special, and school can actually automate that with the auto DM section. The old way was like answering the same questions over and over, wasting your time. The new way is Notebook LM creates an FAQ bot and answers instantly. The old way was growing your community through a post and praise strategy, no strategy at all, and having slow growth, right? The new way is that you can create AI-powered content machines that drive new members daily. Even live streams, like the old way was winging it with no structure and no repurposing. The new way is creating outlines, clips, highlights, and multiplying your content. The old way for staying consistent was like you would burn out trying to do everything yourself. The new way is that you have these systems that handle the work for you so that you can focus on what matters most. Okay. Now, some people are going to say, okay, that's great for you, Julian, but I need a big audience to start a school community. Wrong. Okay. Every single person on YouTube started from nothing. No audience, no email list, no following. Okay. And we just get started. The community will actually help you grow your audience, not the other way around. Think about it like a gym, right? My Muay Thai gym here in Bangkok, right? That's where I usually live. Didn't wait until they had 1,000 students to open the doors. They just opened the doors, right? And they taught the first person who showed up. Then word spread. And your school community is the same. So you start with one member, you help them win, they tell their friends, you don't need a big audience, you need to begin, right? Some people say, I'm not technical enough to use these AI tools. And I hear this all the time, but it's the truth. If you can type a question, you can use AI. That's it. There's no coding. There's no technical skills, right? There's no complicated setup. You just type, write me a welcome post for my community. AI types back the post, copy paste, boom. It's like texting a really smart friend. I'm not a tech person, right? I have a songwriting background. I'm a guy who likes ice baths and long walks, right? And if I can do this, anyone can, right? I don't come from a coding background at all. Some people say building a community takes too much time. It used to, but not anymore. The 30-day plan that I just showed you, each day takes about 30 to 60 minutes max because AI does the heavy lifting. I actually spend more time at the gym than I do creating content for my school. That's not an exaggeration. If you see my vlogs on Julian Goldie AI YouTube channel, right? In the morning, I often do Muay Thai training. In the afternoon, I walk and get my steps in. In the evening, I maybe do 30 minutes of AI tools on a live stream, right? The community grows whilst I live my life. That's a new way. Some people will say, well, the market's too saturated. It's too late to start. People said this about YouTube in 2015, about podcasts in 2018, about TikTok in 2020, and now they're saying it about school. But here's what I've learned in different countries around the world, right? Every market looks saturated from the outside, but when you get specific, there's always room, right? There are millions of fitness communities. How many for weight training for dads over 40 who travel for work? Not that many. So if you get specific, serve your niche, there's always room for someone who truly cares. Some people will say, I don't have anything valuable to teach. And the thing is, right, when I first moved to Thailand, for example, I felt like a beginner at everything. New country, new language, new training. Here's what I realized, okay? You don't need to be the world's best expert. You just need to be one step ahead. If you know something someone else doesn't, you can help them. That's value. So can you help someone get started with AI? Can you show them how to use one tool? Can you share what's worked for you? That's enough to start. Other people say that people won't pay to join my community. And the thing is here, they're not paying for information, right? People who join your community can Google anything. What they're actually looking for is creation, support, community. And think about a Muay Thai gym. I could watch YouTube videos about Muay Thai all day, but I pay to train at the gym. Why is that? It's because the coach sees my mistakes. The community pushes me. The structure keeps me consistent. And your school community offers the same thing. People will pay for transformation and support. Okay. Some people say I need to be online 24/7 to run a community. I take ice baths, right? I train Muay Thai. I go for long walks. I write music. I live my life and my community runs. How? Systems. For example, AI can handle the content creation. Notebook can handle the FAQs. The community supports each other. You set up once and then it works whilst you're doing what you need to, right? And also some people say, what happens if nobody joins my community? And let me be real here. At first, growth is slow. That's normal. But here's what most people miss. Consistency beats virality. So show up every single day, add value every single day. People notice, people join, people stay. It's like training. One session won't make you fit, but a year of consistent sessions where everything changes. And it's exactly the same with your community. So that's basically it. I've also included 100 prompts for your AI community here, along with the roadmap, all the notes, all the limiting beliefs, etc. This is all inside the AI Success Lab, completely free. And I've got another free training inside here that you can get access to. So if you watch this video here, you can see this is a free training on a recent school mastermind that I went to. And you can get this inside the AI Success Lab, completely free. Link in the comments description. Go to the classroom over here. Go to this section. You can see all these trainings on the left-hand side, and you can see exactly how this works. If you want to get help, support, coaching, if you want to get more trainings on growing a school community, right? If you type in school inside the AI Profit Boardroom, you actually get access to all of my best trainings on how to grow a school group and a school community based on what's working for me, right? And I've shared many different trainings, as you can see right here, that show you exactly how to do this stuff, right? We actually got replays and full webinars along with the full training notes on exactly how to implement this stuff, right? And that's inside the AI Profit Boardroom, which comes with an amazing community of different people winning and sharing their goals with AI. Lots of people in here starting their own school communities, which is awesome too. We have an amazing classroom with all of my best trainings on AI. So for example, you can check out this course, which, you know, if you're watching this video, you'll probably find this next step very useful. And then also, if you ever get stuck or you want to meet the community and engage with people in real life, then you can actually join the live Zoom calls. We have 4 coaching sessions per week. And if you can't make them, no problem, mate. You can actually go inside the classroom and watch back the recordings and the Q&A call recordings over here. All right. So link in the comments description to join the AI Profit Boardroom, and feel free to get that. That's available at the AIProfitBoardroom.com. Today, I'm showing you something that just got a lot more powerful. Notebook LM, Google's free AI research tool, as you can see right here. And I'm going to show you new ways to turn this into something that can actually help you grow your business online. Not save time stuff, not cool features, actual ways to generate customers, leads, traffic, etc. using Notebook LM. And here's what we're covering today. So we're going to cover a new framework I've built around Notebook LM, how to use the audio overview feature to create content that drives traffic and sales, how to build research products people actually pay for using 100% free tools, how to set different streams without recording a single video itself, and the exact 30-day plan to go from 0 to growing something that's actually real with Notebook LM. And I want to screen share everything, every tool, every prompt, every click, so you can copy exactly what I do. And if you want all the video notes from today, plus some bonus prompts, join the AI Success Lab. It's completely free. Link in the comments description. You can see it connects you with 40,700 members. As you can see right here, we've got an amazing community of people posting inside here. We're always dropping new trainings, and you can see all the video notes from today inside the classroom. If you go to this section here, and you can get the notes from today, as you can see. I'm going to walk you through the roadmap directly so that you can learn this stuff. All right. Now, this is basically a 30-day framework called the Goldie Research Profit System, as you can see, to start getting results with Notebook LM. And this is my personal framework for turning free AI research tools into real ways to grow a business, right? It works whether you have a business or not, and it uses 100% free tools. Now, before we dive in, let me show you what's possible, right? So inside Notebook LM, which is Google's free new tool, you can read and understand multiple sources at once. You can create audio overviews, kind of like mini podcasts, right? You can generate content that sounds human and professional, organize research into formats you can sell, right? And that means in terms of growing a business online, in terms of actually using this inside your business, we've got videos, we've got audio, we've got slide decks, we've got infographics, right? All automated with Notebook. And this means that you can create digital products people actually pay for. You can build lead magnets that attract paying customers. You can make content without recording yourself. You can offer research services to businesses. You can build authority content that ranks on Google without paying for expensive software or without being an expert, and also all without spending months learning this stuff. So that's the amazing thing about this. If you never tested it out, don't worry at all, because I'm going to run you through exactly how this works step by step, and we're going to get straight into this and talk about how you can use it for your business. So let's start running through exactly how to use this system. Okay, the first thing that you want to do, and I'll run you through the 30-day plan that I've got here. It's a roadmap for you to start implementing straight away. It's like, number one, you want to pick up a niche and set your path. Okay, so you want to find your niche. Now, the best way you can do this, you can go to Google Trends, like you see right here. If you don't have a niche already, go to Google Trends, search for topics you're interested in, look for things are trending up, not down, right? And you can also use Google Gemini to automate this as well, or Notebook LM as well, right? And I've got the copy and pastable prompts right here. So if we go inside Google Trends, let's say, for example, I'm interested in Muay Thai, all right? And I'm like, okay, how do I leverage that? How can I use Notebook LM to help me with that, to generate more customers, to generate more leads, etc.? What I can actually do is on the related queries here, I can get some ideas of stuff people are searching for. So for example, Muay Thai gym bag, that could be something we create content around. We could, for example, look here and we say, okay, what else we got here? We got all these different search terms that people are searching for. If we get their attention, then we can get results. You could even, for example, promote different ticketing services around this, and then get commissions for promoting other people's services. That's one of the easiest ways to find new niches that are trending up. Now, as you can see right here, this is not trending up that much. Let's switch over to United States, which is a much bigger market, and we can find bigger and better opportunities, right? So we'll now have a look at something else here, which I'm really interested in, which is AI tools, right? And as we scroll to the right-hand side here, we're going to find trending topics, right? Related queries, as you can see. And we've got, for example, AI study tools. Now we can see that is trending up massively. And over the last, if we have a look over the last 12 months, let's see where we're up to on that. So you can see that's trending up like crazy, right? Now it does go up and down a little bit, as you can see, but you can see that is trending upwards to the point where it was like 6% of the search volume down here back in May, and now that's growing to 100% of the potential search volume in November, right? So that is a really good trend to go after. So now that we've picked our niche, we can also, for example, take this prompt, and this prompt will help us find products that we can potentially sell, right? So we can go into Gemini, which is also a free tool. You can go into Gemini here. We say, okay, I'm looking for a niche to create content and sell digital products in. Here are the 3 topics I'm interested in. I would recommend just picking stuff you're actually interested in. And then let's say, for example, we are interested also in the gym. I want to put, okay, for each topic, tell me, are people buying stuff, right? What problems do people have? What products or services could I create? What programs exist in this niche? Keep it simple. I'm just starting out, right? We'll hit fast search, and that will find us a bunch of potential niches as well. And if you have any questions as we go along, feel free to ask. But this is basically how we can quickly find potential niches that we could get results in. All right, so it's found a bunch of ideas here. What are the common problems here? What are the potential service ideas, right? So home drill programs or gear guides, etc. Right? And so that is stage number 1 of the roadmap completed. And now what we're going to do, just to bear in mind before we get into this, how this gets you closer is you can't get started without a niche, right? This step finds you a market where people are already buying stuff, already spending, right? Which is exactly what you want. Then from there, you're going to research your niche, right? And you can call this your niche research hub. So let's say, for example, if you go back to the ideas of stuff we were going to potentially get. So for example, here inside Gemini, the fitness industry is huge. Consistency is a problem. Meal plans will be an easy one to really automate, right? Or even like a niche challenge, like 30 days to get your first pull-up, right? So what we can do inside Notebook LM is we're going to create new. And inside here, we are going to change the name of the notebook, and we'll call this fitness plan, or let's take something more interesting, 30 days to your first pull-up plan, right? Which is something that there'd be a huge demand for, right? If you could get someone to win like that within the first 30 days and they're out of shape and they're trying to get into shape, I think they would absolutely love that, right? And so now you can upload 5 to 10 sources about your niche. Now, this could be YouTube video links, could be blog posts, could be PDF guides, could be podcast transcripts, right? Now, the way that I would do this, really easy, is like you're just going to put inside here, learning how to do pull-ups and get into shape, right? And you can select between fast research and research. I'm going to go with fast research. We're going to click so just for speed. And that's going to start pulling in potential sources that we can use to train our notebook so that it's trained to really create all the content we're going to do later. All right. So we're going to pull these in, click import, boom. We've got all of these different sources that are going to help us create the content later to really help us generate more customers. Then we're going to copy this prompt that says, based on all the sources I've uploaded, answer these 5 questions or 4 questions, sorry, the top 5 problems, what people are willing to buy, what questions do beginners ask, what topics come up again and again. Format this is a simple list I can use to create content. We're going to plug that in. Something to bear in mind here is that we've got the sources on the left-hand side, we've got the chatbot on the right-hand side that's trained in our sources, and then on the right-hand side, we can create content, which we'll come on to in a minute. Now, how does this help you? Now you know exactly what people want to buy. You're not guessing, you're using real data. And from here, what you want to start doing is searching for potential programs you could promote, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to search our niche and the program, and we're going to find 3 to 5 programs that would pay us for promoting them. Okay. And you can actually use Gemini to do this for you. All right. So you can use a Google search, but I actually prefer to use Gemini. So I'm going to say, okay, here we go. I am in the fitness niche or pull-ups niche, right? Find me 5 programs I can join for free. For each one, tell me what they sell, what they pay, if they're beginner friendly. I want programs that pay recurring if possible. Okay? And from here, we're going to find a bunch of affiliate programs that we can start promoting. So we're going to plug this in. I'm going to say, give me the links. And it's going to give us the links of those programs that we can sign up to, right? So for example, this one, we'll sign up here, click the link, boom, we can start signing up to this, right? And we just join, then we're going to share a code. And then if people sign up, here's how much we can make, right? And so we can quickly start promoting this program. And we've gone from no niche to finding a niche, finding the programs we can join, getting the links, and all of this is automated. And if you want to steal these prompts from me, it's all inside AI Success Lab. So you can just copy and paste this stuff. And so how does this help you? Affiliate programs pay you when you send them customers, right? You don't need to create any products, no customer service. You just send traffic and get paid. So day number 4, now you're going to use Notebook LM. Go to the research notebook that you create over here, right? And what you're going to do over here is click on audio overview, right? And you're going to let Notebook LM create a podcast style conversation about your niche. So you just download the audio, and this helps you because this can become a podcast episode, could become a YouTube video, could be content for social media clips, could be a lead magnet that people download, all created in minutes for free. How'd you do that? You just go over here, boom, click on that, boom, shakalaka, you've got it ready to go, right? And so now you've got content that you can start promoting with that link you signed up for earlier, which for example is over here, right? Now, day number 5, you're going to set up a simple funnel. So you need some sort of place that you can start promoting on. Now, you can use, for example, stand.store. You can use Gumroad, for example, like this to create a store. And basically what you can do inside here is just create a quick web page and whip it up, right? You could also automate this with, for example, Gumroad as well, right? So if we log in here, it's going to log in to show you quickly how it works. All right, we're going to log in over here. And here's an example, right? This is my dashboard. You can see what we've done, the visits, etc. And you can start using this to generate the sales online as well. Pretty cool. So from there, what you want to do is just set up a simple page. And this could be with a free lead magnet. It could be with a product recommendation or a link to your content. So for example, if you're promoting this and you're getting people to click on it and then buy stuff, right? Then you could set up a lead magnet inside Gumroad, set up the page, and then have a guide that promotes this link. And if people click on it and they buy stuff, that's how you win, right? What you can also do is you can use this inside Gemini, as you can see. So we can copy this. We say, write a simple landing page for my free niche guide, right? Pull-ups guide, for example. This guide helps people do pull-ups in 30 days. Include a headline that grabs attention, 3 bullet points, a call to action, and keep it under 100 words. So go to Gemini, start a new chat. Then we're going to go to tools, canvas, paste this in. So that's going to start creating a landing page. And what we can actually do here, I'm going to actually go back and I'm going to show you how this works. So for example, let's say you have a link that you want to promote to get potential customers. So this is the link to promote, right? And we'll say, write a simple landing page for my free, and you can apply this to pull-ups or whatever you're interested in, like you could see from stage 1 previously. You say, okay, this guide helps people learn AI automation in 30 days. Include a headline that grabs attention, 3 bullet points, a call to action to download it, hit fast likes. And now not only have you generated the lead magnet inside Notebook LM with the podcast over here, but also you've generated the landing page to promote the podcast using this landing page generator, right? How easy was that? And we've got the page ready to go right there. You can always tweak it, improve it, make the design more interesting and captivating, but that's basically how you can do this. Now, if we go back here, people basically give you their email address to download your free guide. Then you recommend those products that we were talking about earlier, like this one. And every sale, every time someone buys, that helps you, right? And then from here, you'd start creating a content hub. Now, I would recommend using Substack. What you can actually do is create newsletters. And these newsletters you can promote with links to the tools that you're trying to get sales for, right? So you can set up a free newsletter. This is where you'll send people from your content. You can write your first post on there. And this could be just a summary of what you've learned from your Notebook LM research, right? So you can say, based on my research sources, write a 500-word article for beginners. Here's the topic. Make it easy to read, actionable, include 3 tips they can use today, and with a question to encourage replies. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Notebook, which is over here. Plug this in. As you can see, we're going to type in the niche, which is, of course, the 30 days to our first pull-up. Our topic is that. We'll head like so. And now that's going to start creating the Substack page that we can post to start promoting our products. Okay. And again, if you don't have a product to sell, you can sign up for programs like this to promote stuff. What do you promote about? Well, you find stuff on Google Trends that's trending, or you can go into Gemini and just ask it for ideas as well. Now that's beginning to build this out, as you can see. So we've got the 30-day plan. We can actually post that to Substack as a kind of newsletter that promotes you, right? So for example, if we go to Substack, people are posting newsletters all the time that direct traffic. You can do the same on LinkedIn, or you can even create your own. But basically, your newsletter builds an audience, your audience trusts you, and trust equals sale. From here, you just review and adjust. So take a step back and look at what you've built over the last 7 days, because you built the newsletter. For example, the simple funnel. You've created the lead magnet. You found the product to sell. You found the niches to go into, and you also found potential trending topics as well. So now what we can do is just step back a bit, look at what we've built, and go, okay, we've built a niche with paying customers. We've researched something that shows you what people want. For example, the Notebook LM. We found programs that are ready to start promoting. We create audio content that we created for free with Notebook LM. We create a simple funnel to capture leads and a newsletter to build your audience. And I would recommend, as you're working through these actions, post your wins inside the AI Profit Boardroom community, because when you're implementing this stuff, it can get quite lonely. You want to connect with people who are doing the same stuff as you. Inside the AI Profit Boardroom, we have a community of winners who are just learning about that stuff, right? And if you want to learn more about what we're doing with AI to really promote and grow a business online, check out all the trainings we have inside the classroom here. It's just amazing. Anyway, let's keep going now. So that was just phase 1. And as we keep going through now, we're going to talk about phase 2, which is a content engine. If you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask, happy to help, etc. But from here, you're going to start creating more audio content and start posting more and more content online. You can also create videos, and then what you can actually do with the videos is export them for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Now, how do you do that? If you go into Notebook here, you can click on Video Overview and actually create a video of the content you've loaded into Notebook LM here. Now, also, if we go inside here, let me show you an example of a previous video that we've generated. So if we go inside this video, for example, this is a video I've fully automated with AI using Notebook LM. And then you can promote that on TikTok. It could be on Instagram. It could be on YouTube. It could be on Facebook. Facebook is really good for videos, actually. Anywhere where you can potentially get attention and potential sales, right? So you really want to promote this stuff so that you can start getting traffic and attention in. And that's basically how all of this works. Now, you can create more social media content. So for example, you could go into Notebook LM here, take this, and then if you go into Notebook LM, we'll plug this in as well, and we'll create some social media posts. We said, based on my research, create 10 social media posts. Each post should do this, make them punchy and scroll stopping. And now it's beginning to craft the content, and we'll automate social media posts, the lead magnet, the Substack newsletters, the content for our audience, and the niche and everything else, right? And you can see here, now it's beginning to create these really interesting, punchy style social media posts that we could post on Twitter or everywhere else, right? So for example, like you can see right there, right? And again, you just do this inside the niche notebook that you've done, like you can see over here. That's basically how it goes. Now, phase 3 would really be just scaling this, right? So turning your content into consistent sales. So you could, for example, like launch a school community and then create content using Notebook LM to generate this. Now, how would you do that? You can take this prompt, and we actually have a free school community that we do the same thing on. So we have this school community and we put a lot of value in there, but we also direct people towards our upgrade for the AI Profit Boardroom. And there's no reason you can't do the same for your niche, whatever you've picked today. So for example, you can say, I'm starting a community for people interested in pull-ups. Create a welcome post that makes members feel welcome, 5 lesson ideas for the classroom, 3 discussion prompts to get the conversation started, keep the tone friendly and helpful, right? And again, you can automate that with, and you see how you're just using one single content hub to create the content for every single platform. And there's no limit to the number of platforms you can post on and promote on. And what are you promoting? You're promoting programs like this, where you can start getting customers in today, unless you already have your own product, and then you can use that too. All right. So now it's generated, for example, all these lesson ideas, all these interesting ideas you can put inside the classroom. And it's also, for example, created the welcome post. It says, because this is related to pull-ups, it said, welcome to the bar. Your first rep starts here. Hello and welcome. Here's what we do. Here's what we recommend. Please introduce yourself. Are you working towards your first rep or building up volume? Blah, blah, blah. We've automated all the content for the community too. How does this help you? Communities build trust. Trust leads to sales of your products. And so later you can actually charge people to get inside the community as well. So you can always turn this into a paid community once you've got a bunch of members in there too. And so we've got like a full 30-day plan for implementing all of this stuff. As you can see right here, link in the comments description to the AI Success Lab, completely free if you want to get this stuff. But basically, you can expand to new platforms. So you can take your audio views to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, podcasts, and more platforms equals more traffic equals more sales, right? You could also, for example, plan your next 90 days after you've done the 30-day plan, review what's working, set even bigger goals, and keep building. I've also included a bunch of bonus prompts you can use, for example, like this, niche research, content creation, product creation, and all this other cool stuff here as well. And just to recap, you've learned how to find a niche using free tools, how to use Notebook LM to research any topic fast, how to create audio overviews to become content, how to build a simple funnel that captures leads, how to get sales by promoting other people's programs, how to create and sell digital products, how to build a community that you could potentially monetize, and how to systemize everything so it runs through you. And you've done that for free today, all without needing an existing business, all following this 30-day plan. So if you want to get the notes from today, feel free to get it. Link in the comments description to the AI Success Lab, completely free. Inside there, just go to this section here and you can get the notes. And if you want to join an amazing community of AI builders who are serious about this stuff, who want to grow their business, who are really pushing to take action, who are a tribe of winners, you can actually post your wins, ask questions inside the community. You can join the coaching calls as well if you ever get stuck. So you can see here, we've got 4 coaching calls per week. We can jump on them live. If you can't watch them live, you can actually watch them back inside the classroom and get access to all of our trainings like you can see right here. If you like the method of actually promoting other people's programs, you might like this as well. So we've actually got a full section here that shows you exactly how to implement all this stuff based on how our members are doing it. So for example, like Sani absolutely crushed it. You can see here Steve Light crushed it as well. We're Elsa, who smashed it, MQ, who actually got some sales in as well. And then finally, we have Jackie Chow as well, absolute legend, who also helped us get some more sales as well. So if you want to learn more stuff about this, it's all inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description. If I had to start fresh in 2026 with just a laptop and AI, this is exactly what I would do to build my business online in 2026 with AI. I'd land my first customers and up again. And we're just going to follow this exact playbook step by step. So here's what you're going to learn today. You learn the 3 AI business models I'd pick in 2026 that are working right now to bring in leads and customers, why most people are using AI wrong and struggling while a small group is quietly building real business. The exact 30-day roadmap to follow to land my first paying client, how to turn one AI skill into a client getting machine that works, and then the tools I'd use on day one to start generating leads without spending money on ads, all right? And if you're wondering, okay, has this guy actually got results, etc.? Has this guy done it before? Does he know what he's talking about? Let me show you a couple of examples. So this is my profile on Upwork, as you can see, and these are the sort of results we've got from using AI, right? And so if you really want to learn this stuff, I'm going to just break down what works for me and then hopefully it works for you today. And if you have any questions as you go along, feel free to ask. I'm here to help you. All right, so let's get straight into the 2026 AI Profit Playbook. And this will help you get clients, grow your business, and generate new clients to get in. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is really figure out, okay, what are you going to start selling? So I'll give you an example of this. What you can actually do is you can go and you can say, okay, based on what you know about me, give me 5 ideas of what I could sell as a service to clients, right? And basically, we can take that prompt, which I'll plug into the AI Success Lab. Link in the comments description if you want to get free access to the resources from today. All right. And so the prompt for figuring out what to sell, you've got it right here. For example, I would focus on this. The reason that I would focus on getting clients is like, because if you're getting clients, like you can get faster results from day one. You don't need to build anything or create anything until clients have actually bought from you. And there's all these different ways you can actually automate these services, right? Which I'll come on to in a second. So you can see here, for example, AI implementation for agency owners. That would be a great one. So go, for example, don't view content engines, right? So we already have a team for content repurposing. We could do that already. And I already know how to create content. So even if I didn't have a team, or if you don't have a team, that's okay, right? You can easily figure out how to create content for other people. That could be like blog posts and that sort of thing. And bear in mind, when you plug this into Claude, it's going to give you personalized answers for you. So you can't really say this doesn't work for me or this doesn't work for my business, etc., because Claude and ChatGPT, they know you better than anyone. And so they're going to give you very personalized recommendations. These are all personalized to me, right? And for example, here, SEO agency scaling consulting, that would probably work really well. We've got, for example, YouTube growth for B2B founders. That would probably work really well as well. And then fractional chief AI officer. If you know a lot about AI, like that's a really cool opportunity for people watching, right? So those are 5 different ideas that we could use to start figuring out, okay, what we're going to sell to clients. The other way that you can do this, if you want to figure out, okay, what could I potentially sell, is you could actually search and find projects on Upwork or Fiverr.com and just see what are people trying to hire for, right? So if we type in, let's say I'm thinking about selling AI automation, we can type that into the search box like this, and then we can have a look through the list and go, okay, which of these would I like to use? Which of these relevant to me and my skill set that I could potentially sell? So for example, for N8M really well, which is something we teach inside there profit boarding, and potentially you could use that as something that you sell to clients, right? But the main point here is like you're doing the research and figuring out, okay, what is an opportunity? What could I start selling right here? You want to, I've put in the prompt inside the AI Success Lab and all the notes from today, but that's basically how it works, right? So just to recap here, you pick one AI offer, and this is the foundation. Everything else builds on this. Now, I would choose from 3 different models. AI content service, so you could create content for businesses, and that could be blogs, social posts, or emails. You could also do lead gen services. So, for example, like build lead scraping and outreach systems for businesses. You could also do AI automation services. So, for example, setting up workflows that save businesses time. Now, why are these free? Because every business needs them, right? Every business needs content, every business needs lead gen, every business needs AI services, right? And so they're quite simple to learn and also quite simple to deliver as well. Now, for my SEO agency, I'd probably lean into our content, obviously. And if you're wondering, okay, how does this get you client? Day one, you decide what you sell because you can't sell nothing, right? You got to sell something of value to people. And so day one, which is part of this 30-day implementation plan, you pick your AI offer, right? And that's what we've done today. Now, define your dream customer. Who specifically do you help? Not everyone, not businesses get specific. So, for example, it could be real estate agents who need content but hate writing. It could be coaches who want leads but don't know how to get them. It could be e-commerce stores that need email sequences. Now, for me personally, I'd target agency owners who need more leads. That's my world. I understand their pain. And so you might be wondering, okay, how does this help you get further ahead? When you know exactly who you can help, you know exactly where to find them. And then from here, you're going to start building a simple lead scraper. Now, you could use, for example, like Clay, Apollo, or even ChatGPT, and you just want to find people who fit your dream customer, right? And I'd build a scraper that pulls, for example, business owners, the email, LinkedIn, etc. The other way that you can do this is quite interesting as well, is that you can actually go to Claude and you can get Claude to do this, right? So, for example, we could say to Claude, who's my dream customer? If you had to pick one dream avatar for a dream customer, who would it be? And so we'll go inside Claude and we'll get Claude to help us figure out who's our dream avatar. Who would we like to work with and learn from? All right, so I've put the prompt inside here that you can ask Claude or you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini or anyone else, right? And if you have questions as we go along, feel free to ask. You can see, okay, this is our target market. All right, great. So what we can do now is we can actually say, okay, now create a sheet to search the web for a list of target customers that match this criteria, right? And this will just help us build out a dream 100 list or a dream list of customers we could potentially reach out to, right? And it can actually, Claude, directly using AI, can actually search the web for our dream avatar, and whatever your dream avatar, this is all going to be personalized to you because you're going to use the prompts that I'm giving you today. But you can basically get Claude to find your dream avatar online, start scraping the web, start finding people, and then from there, start implementing this stuff, right? So it's beginning to script out, as you can see. And just to recap, whilst waiting for that, you're going to get 5 personalized ideas based on what Claude knows about you, or you can use this on GPT and Gemini, whichever AI you prefer, and just get 5 ideas of what you could potentially sell as a service to clients. From there, you're going to say to AI, okay, if you had to pick one dream avatar for a dream customer, who would it be? And then from there, you're going to say, okay, now create and search the web for a list of target customers that match this criteria. And what it's actually going to do is start creating a spreadsheet, building this out for you, right? So Claude can actually create spreadsheets, same in Gemini, same in any other platform, right? Basically, the whole point here is like you're using its researching capabilities to start generating these outputs. Now, you could do this on Gemini as well. Let me show you exactly how it works. So if we go to Gemini, do this, there you go. And then we can do exactly the same, right? So it's giving us a bunch of ideas. Then we'll say, okay, if you have to do this, do that. And you can see how easy this is to automate. So if you just sat down for 5 minutes, like you could easily figure out, okay, what you're going to sell, who's your dream avatar, and then also how do we reach out to them? Where are they? And so we've got this spreadsheet, as you can see right here, which has found a list of potential people we could reach out to. How easy was that? And then we can export that to sheets, as you can see. We can also do the same inside Claude. So this is a list of our target customer. And I would actually say the outputs from Claude are much, much better. It's because it's using the spreadsheet skill and it's trained on exactly one. I actually know a lot of these names personally, which is pretty funny. So for example, Chris Pantelli, absolute legend. I'm actually on his podcast soon. I've been on his podcast before. Same with Craig Campbell as well, which is pretty nice. And so it's got a name, company, what they do, etc., where they are, why they're a good fit, the source, etc. as well. Now you could also say, okay, add contact details to this, and so it can pull up the social media and everything else, right? And the same on, for example, Gemini here. So we can say, okay, add contact details to this, right? And it will begin to start searching through the Twitter, through the LinkedIn, etc. Start searching the web, doing the research, and then finding our customers, right? Imperial says, hey, brother, Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas to you too. Hope you're having a great day. Make sure you're going over to my grandma and granddad's later today. That should be a nice day. But got to do this live stream. Got to keep helping the world before we do that. So you can see here, for example, it's giving us a list of contact pages, or you can see it's recommended a primary outreach channel for each of the influencers that we're finding, right? Super simple, super easy to do. And we're using it with this method. Same with Claude. You can see here, it's beginning to scrape this out with the contact details, begin to update the spreadsheet, etc. And so if we go back to the process here, right, as you can see, we've now done days 1 to 7 in literally a couple of minutes, right? Literally a few minutes. Now, from here, what you want to do is start creating your outreach system, right? And basically, what I would set up is a simple script that shows them I understand their problem, personalization, and clear call to action. And I'd use AI to actually help me write and personalize messages. So like whatever used to take hours now takes minutes. Now, how can you do that? So if you go back to Gemini, we'll do Gemini because Claude is still finishing off, right? I'm going to say, okay, now write a short personalized outreach DM to Carl Sackhouse, right? Something like that, right? And so you can actually automate the approach itself, as you can see. Just have a look through it. Obviously, you don't want to send any AI slop, so make sure you quality control it and check it first. But you can see how easy it is to actually automate the message itself for each of these people. You could say inside Gemini, okay, create an average message for every single person, keep it short, punchy, etc. And then it would actually automate the outreach message too. And I would say this gets you clients because direct outreach is the fastest path to your first client, which is pretty simple, right? And that is the end of phase 1 for this whole plan. Now, whilst we're waiting for these to load, so we'll wait for this to load. It's actually uploaded to the spreadsheet. I want to run through some limiting beliefs that some people might have, right? So, for example, some people say, I need to learn everything about AI before I can really use this to grow my business. And this is a trap. You watch 50 YouTube videos, download 20 tools, take 10 courses, and 6 months later, still no clients. Here's the truth. There's a fisherman in a small village. Every day, the young fishermen argue about which boat is best, which net is newest, which technique is most advanced. But the old fisherman, he just goes out every morning with the same simple boat, same simple net, and he comes back with more fish than anyone. And one day a young man asks him, like, how do you catch so many fish with such basic tools? And the old man smiles and says, while you debate about tools, I just go fish. That's it, right? So you just need one skill that gets clients. That's it. In 2026, I'd pick one thing. That could be AI content. It could be AI lead gen. It could be just one. And I'd get so good at that one thing that people actually hire me to do it. And so you can see how simple and stuff this is, right? Another limited belief that I see a lot of people say is the AI market is too crowded or I'm too late. And I hear this all the time. It says, Julian, everyone's doing AI now. How can I stand out? If you remember, like in 1849, thousands of people rushed to California to dig for gold, right? And most people found nothing. They fought over the same streams, the same mountains, the same spots. But the people really got a lot out. They weren't digging. They were selling pickaxes, selling jeans, selling supplies to the diggers, right? Everyone else was chasing the gold. They solved problems. So the explosion of AI creates more opportunities for people who solve problems. That's what you want to focus on. So every business owner right now is confused by AI. They know they need it. They don't know how to use it. Their confusion is your opportunity. So you're not too late. You're right on time because businesses need help with AI more now than ever before. All right. Murphy says, wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate that. As we go back right now, let's go back to the plan. We're going to move on to phase 2, launching and getting your first leads. So the goal is to start conversations with potential customers. So what you want to do is really just send your first outreach messages. Stop planning, start doing. Use the system from phase 1, send 50 personalized messages to your dream customers. And these should not be sales. These should just be helpful, right? Hey, so your agency helps, blah, blah, blah. I notice your content isn't showing up in search. I help agencies show up in search. worth a quick chat, and activity creates opportunity. 50 conversations equal multiple chances. Now, if you go into, for example, like Gemini, like we were doing before with the chat, you can actually say inside Gemini, okay, now create a tracker I can use to track the messages I've sent, right, with a Google Sheet. And from start to finish, you can automate the whole process. So if we go back inside the chat here, we found stuff to, for example, stuff to sell, services we could sell. We found, for example, the dream avatar that we could potentially sell to. We've created the sheet and searched the web for a list of target customers that match our criteria. We have also added contact details to that tracker so we know who to reach out to and how. We've automated writing the personalized outreach DM, and then we've also created a tracker we can use to track the messages we sent. And you can see that right here, right? So if we open this up, you see it's actually created an example right here. I'm actually going to say, okay, do it in Google Sheets because I don't like Google Keep. And I don't know why. I've never seen it do that before. That is so weird. But anyway, okay, so here we've got the example, and it's created a tracker like so. I'm actually just going to say, okay, just create a template table and I'll for me to use. All right, there we go. Right, and so it's got the sent date, the follow-up, it's got the names of the influencers, and we can actually export that to Sheets as well. All right, so we've automated the tracking now as well. Boom, shakalaka. If we open this up in Sheets, boom, there we go. Right, so we've got the target name, company, platform status, send date, follow-up date, the value, etc. Right, and so now we've automated the tracker itself, and we're making a lot of progress. We've actually done like 2 weeks of work in a few minutes, but I just wanted to rush through this and show you exactly how it works. Then you would follow up and track the results, right? Most people give up after one message. Big mistake right there. Really, it's all about the follow-up. Day 14, follow up with everyone who didn't reply. Day 15, track who opened, who clicked, who replied. Day 16, adjust your message based on what's working. And AI can help us here too. You can use it to analyze responses, improve your script, get better fast. And how this gets you clients is a persistence beats talent. So follow up until they say yes or no. And how do you follow up? Or how do you track the follow-up? You can use this tracker right here. How do you create the follow-up messages? You can automate that with Gemini, right? You can see how this all links together, right? Pretty simple. So then you would start booking your first discovery calls with potential clients and convert those leads into paying customers, all right? From here, you really want to turn your conversations into sales. And here's the secret. Sometimes you need to show before you sell. So if someone's on the fence, offer a quick win. Like that could be a free audio. That could be a sample piece of content. That could be a demo of what you'd built. Nothing huge, just enough to prove you can actually deliver something. So for example, for my SEO agency, what I'd actually do is offer that person a free content plan. It shows value, it builds trust, it opens the door, and it creates goodwill before they've even signed up for me. And proof beats promises. So if you show them results, they'll be like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, let me hire you for more. Especially if you play the numbers game, you reach out to enough people. Let me show you an example of how you can do that, right? So you can actually go into, for example, Gemini here using AI, and you can say, okay, create a content plan for Ian's prospect, right? Whoever you're trying to sell to, right? Or you can put the industry as well. So you can say, okay, for a cat toy website. And using Canvas, we can actually build this out into a beautiful plan, as you can see right here. And then we can actually share that with the client. And how long did that take? Literally one click. We just copied that right in there. Yeah. If you want to get these prompts from me, let me just plug all these prompts in that we've been using so far so that you can just steal them from me. All right. I want to make sure this is as copy and pastable as possible. All right. So based on what you know about me, we've done that, right? Okay. Create a content plan. And then what was the other prompt that we used before? If yet, yeah, we've done that. There's the next step. Now create a sheet and search a web, plug that in, and that creates the actual sheet and list of influencers. Add contact details to this. And then what else we got here? Now write a short personalized outreach DM to insert name. And once you've automated that, then you're going to say, okay, now create a tracker to track the messages I sent in a table. And you can export that to Sheets, right? And then from here, we've created the template and we're good to go. And it's got recommended drop-down status as well, right? Pretty nice. So all the prompts from today are inside the AI Success Lab, completely free, link in the comments description. And we're just going to keep blasting through the plan now. So again, how do you deliver a quick win? You're going to take the prompt from here, right? So for example, we can offer a content plan up front and you would just inside the content plan here for insert niche. There you go. And now from start to finish, you can automate the whole plan in terms of reaching out, figuring out who to reach out to, etc. Right? Even the plan itself. If you want to share it with the client, you can click on share at the top here, create the link, copy that link, and now we have a shareable link that the client can look at. right? And the client can go, oh, this guy's created a full content block for me. He seems like he knows what he's doing. Let's hire this guy. It just makes you stand out from everyone else. It's just trying to pitch them without creating any value or goodwill, if that makes sense. And by the way, if you're wondering, okay, Julian, do you actually know what you're talking about? You can see my Upwork profile right here, right? You see how many jobs we've worked on, what we've done so far. And yeah, I've worked with a lot of clients, like I scaled up a team with an agency. And this is exactly what I would do to really get results with AI quickly. You also might think at this point, okay, I need a big following or an audience to get clients. And I would say you are wrong. Totally wrong. When I started, I had no following, no audience, no reputation. And you know what got me my first clients? Just reaching out to people, right? Direct outreach, finding businesses with problems, showing them I can fix it. A farmer doesn't need the whole world to know about his apples. You just need to find the people at home. So the new belief that you should have really is just like, you need 10 to 20 good leads, not 100,000 followers. Like in 2026, I just focus on lead generation first. Building an audience is great, but you can land clients in 1 week without relying on an audience. And I'm showing you exactly how today. As we keep going through now, then you want to start closing your first deal. You've had calls, you've shown value. Now you want to close, and don't be weird about it. Just like state whatever you charge. If you're not sure, okay, what you should charge for that service, you can go into Gemini and just ask for some ideas, right? So if I'm like, okay, I'm charging for AI automation consultancy through a client, what should I charge per hour? And then Gemini, you can even delegate like the decision making to Gemini if you want to, if you're really stuck, right? And then you can say, okay, which one do I fall into? Based on my experience level, what should I charge? And then you can see here, it's broken it down right here, along with a bunch of other like different pricing strategies that you can charge as well. But you get the idea, like it's quite quick to automate, okay, figuring out how much you should charge as well, right? And then once you've done, you just want to deliver, collect feedback, and ask for referrals. So deliver what you promised, over deliver if you can, and then ask, okay, what did you ask this to the client, not to me, but ask, what did you like? What could be better? Do you know anyone else who needs help with this? And one client can become like 3 clients through referrals. We actually get a lot of referrals at SEO agency. And so this gets you clients because happy clients multiply, and one success leads to the next. So I've shown you exactly how to do this step by step, how to use Gemini to help you automate pretty much the whole process. And I'm not making up stuff here. Like I can tell you this, inside AI Profit Boarding, we have over 100 testimonials from members who are using these exact strategies to land clients, to build systems, to generate leads. Let me show you an example. Here's a list of all of our wins from the AI Profit Boarding, people getting results. We have over 107 pages of results of people getting results inside AI Profit Boarding. So this is our community where we basically teach people how to get clients, how to use AI, how to leverage it, how to land leads and that sort of thing, right? And you see all the wins that people are getting right here, right? These are all testimonials and people getting amazing results with AI. So if you want to join the tribe of winners, join the AI Profit Boarding, link in the comments description. And it actually has full training inside there that shows you exactly how to get clients. So you go to the classroom here, then you're going to go to the agency course. It will show you step by step exactly how to get clients for your business, right? Pretty simple. And then we also have, for example, my best playbooks. We have a full section on lead generation and social media if you like what you saw today, and also a full 6-week masterclass if you're not even sure how to get started with AI. And then inside the community here, we have a daily accountability group, right? So you can post on the daily accountability group. You can say, okay, today I'm going to reach out to 50 clients. Here's how I'm going to do it, right? And then you just hold each other accountable to making sure you actually perform on your goals. For example, inside the community, you can post inside the community, ask questions, get help, get support, and it's pretty amazing right there. And then also, if you ever get stuck with this stuff, you can jump on the coaching call calendar here, and you can ask questions live on call, get help, get support whenever you need it. So all that stuff is broken down for you inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description. If you can't make the coaching calls, no problem. You can actually watch them back. And it also comes with a bunch of cool stuff like YouTube training on how I grew my YouTube channel, my latest up-to-date SOPs, AI SEO automations. If you want to learn N8M, for example, we have a full section on N8M with all of our best templates here. And this is all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments in the description. So if you want to learn how to get clients, use that process right there. Google just gave everyone a free tool that can help you make money. It's called Google AI Studio. And most businesses have no idea it even exists. So today I'm going to show you how to use this to generate revenue for your business, get more leads, land more paying clients, build income streams without spending money on expensive tools. And I'm going to guide you through it step by step. If you have any questions as we go along, make sure you post them below. All right. So let me tell you something. I run an SEO agency. I create content for the AI Profit Boardroom. I do YouTube videos. I help business owners make more money with AI. And for years, I would pay for tool after tool. ChatGPT Plus, Claude Pro, image generators, video tools, etc. It added up fast. So you're talking like a lot per month. and money going out instead of coming in. Then Google released AI Studio, and I really looked at it. It has Gemini, the same AI that powers Google's best products. It has Imagejet for creating images. It has grounding for Google search. It has multimodal input. You can use these upload files, audio, etc., all for free. And it hit me, right? It's like, why am I paying for these other tools when I could just get this for free? And so now I think about it differently. Every time I need to create, for example, a lead magnet for a client, I can use AI Studio. That's money saved. Every time I need to create blog content to drive traffic, I can use AI Studio. That saves money as well. Or every time I need social media images, I can use AI Studio, and that also saves money. And every piece of content I create can bring in paying clients. So that's potential money earned. And so what I'm going to show you today is exactly how to use this step by step. And I'm testing it today to see how it works. Okay. So you can see we've got the AI Studio over here. And we're going to start using this, right? If you go inside here, we can start building this out, start using it, etc. And let's say, for example, you were trying to build websites to clients. And you can quite easily create websites for clients and then build them inside AI Studio and then sell them, right? So for example, over here, you can describe your idea and you could say, okay, create a thumbnail generation app, right? Then we're going to click on Nano Banana powered app. And to get to this bit, you just go to the home here, click on build, type in your idea. So like that. And clients are looking for people like who can help them do this stuff. So if you can figure this out, if you can learn this stuff, it's a really powerful skill. It's going to help you a lot. So you can see that's now beginning to build out the thumbnail generation app. And what we actually did is attach Nano Banana to that. Nano Banana can help us generate the images and everything else. Now you can see it's beginning to build this out. All right. So we say create a thumbnail generation app, and then we've gone over here. Now you might be wondering, okay, like a client's actually looking for this stuff. Best way to gauge that is to look on like Fiverr.com and also on Upwork, right? So for example, if we type in here, website design, let's see what people are selling. Yeah. So you can see like the sort of prices people are selling this stuff for, how many orders they're getting. So for example, this guy had 463 reviews. And so it's quite clear clients are willing to pay for this and you can sell it as a service and grow a business online. I actually started out myself selling on Fiverr.com. It's not a bad place to get started if you're not sure where to get clients from. So if we go to AI Studio now, we've got the app ready to go, as you can see, and then we're just going to describe the model we want. We can actually upload a base as well. So let's try this. We'll take an image of me, use that as a base, go back to AI Studio, all right, and then we're going to say, okay, turn this into a landscape video thumbnail about this. We'll edit the image. It's going to apply the refines. It might not work perfect first time around, but let's test it, see how it goes. And it's beginning to build out, as you can see. And so now we've got the thumbnail. As you can see, we can export that. You might want to change the dimensions here as well. So you can change the ratio and that sort of thing. The main thing is here that you can easily export this, download it, so we can save the image as. Boom, there we go. And now it's downloaded and ready to go. All right. So you can build out like apps, tools, websites, anything that clients need, and you can use it for free. So Imperial X says, hey, bro, is that free to use? Yes, it is free to use AI Studio. So you can use it for free. It does have limitations. As long as you stick within the limits, you're going to be fine. All right. And even if you go over the limits, like it's not expensive at all. So, what I would do is like, you can go over to Claude, for example, and then you can type in, okay, give me a list of potential services I can automate with AI and sell on Fiverr. And it doesn't have to be Fiverr, just to like any clients, but I'm just giving you some examples. If you want to see how we actually get clients for our business, for our agency, we actually use YouTube videos, right? So we create like these AI avatar videos, like you can see right here. We create a lot of these daily. That sends traffic to our funnels. When people click through to our funnels, they have a booking a call with our SEO agency, or they become a client online, right? They can actually order directly online, which we get sales for regularly using this method. All right. So that's an example of how you can do this. All right. And it's giving us some ideas here. So for example, like we could sell AI thumbnail creation for YouTubers. And I've just shown you how to automate that with AI Studio. Imperial says, okay, bro, thanks for the info. Happy to help. You could do custom AI image generation, video editing, logo content, right? So if you wanted to create something like this, we're going to say, okay, give me a prompt for building logo concept generation with AI plus refinement tool. And now we'll just automate the idea of the prompt. And then what I'm going to do inside here is say, okay, just the prompt to build the tool on AI Studio stuff. Because what it's done is it's given me loads of other stuff like lists of all this, but we don't need to complicate it. We just need to get the prompt and keep it simple. All right. So we can take this and then we can go over to AI Studio and we can say, okay, build this. And we need to select Banana powered app if we're going to use image generation on this. And we can take that prompt from Claude and plug this into AI Studio. That's beginning to code out, as you can see. All right, so you can see it building out right here. Now, if I had to break this down into a process that you can understand, let me show you what I mean. All right. So step number one, you find out what clients want. Step number two, from here, you really want to make sure, okay, figure out how to automate it with AI. And then step number three, build it with AI Studio, right? Build the automation. So for example, find out what clients want. What do they want? Logo design, right? We found that out by searching on Fiverr.com. So for finding out what clients want, you can just search on Fiverr.com if you have no place to start. If you already know what to start with, then you can just build it out. You can skip step one. So for example, logo design, you get loads of sales, lots of people interested in it. Okay, that's great. So from there, figure out how to automate it with AI. So how do you do that? You basically want to look at whatever you're going to deliver and go, okay, what's the prompt that would build this on AI Studio? So for example, if you went into AI Studio and said, okay, I need you to do a tool that does this, right? So let me go into AI Studio like this, right? Then we'll go to start, build, and I'll say create a tool to automate this. And then if we go back, we need to select Nano Banana Powered App if it's image generation. So we'll copy the information from Fiverr. All right. And then that will start building out the tool automatically. Okay. So you just find out what clients want, you figure out how to automate it with AI, and you build it with AI Studio. And then it's beginning to build that out right now. Now, if we skip forward, we can see we've actually got an example right here. All right. So it says, hello, I'm your logo assistant. What is your business name? Say Goldie Agency. Let's just test if this actually works. Great. What does your business actually do? SEO. Okay. Got it. Can you give me 3 words that describe the brand personality? I'm going to say driven, results, SEO, something like that. Do you have any brand colors? I'm going to say no. Okay. Any specific symbols? I'm going to say SEO. And now actually generate some brand concepts as you can. All right. So we've built a full chatbot really quickly using this process. It's giving us the prompts and the design, right? And then if we click on generate concepts over here, that should take the prompts from this and generate an image, right? It's pretty crazy. What we've done here is we've automated a chatbot that can take our client's requirements and we can just send the client to that particular chatbot. Then it's going to come up with the design prompts. And then if we click on generate the image, it'll actually generate an image for the logo over here. And so if we go back to Claude, that's exactly what we wanted it to do, right? So your logo concept generator, your job is to do this, blah, blah, blah. And there we go. Look at that. We've got the images right there, right? We can actually edit those with AI as well, or we can just download them. So if we click on save as, we can download that image and that is downloaded. Pretty amazing. So you see how you can create like this logo generation tool. I don't know why no one is doing this. I think just no one knows how to do it, but it's a very simple process and you can create these tools that can automate pretty much any service on Fiverr.com. If we wanted to build something else out, we'd just say inside the chat here, give me the next one, and then we'd go from there. All right. So let's talk about the old way and the new way of doing things. And if you want the video notes from today, it's inside the AI Success Lab, completely free, link in the comments description, or just Google AI Success Lab. And if you go inside here, you can see that we've got the classroom, we've got the about section, and this connects you with 40,000 people who are interested in AI. Now, if you go to the classroom here, go to this section, and then you can see we've got the notes from today. And I want to just talk you through, okay, the old way and the new way of doing things. So the old way of making money with AI was like you pay for ChatGPT Plus and then Claude and then Midjourney and then Canva Pro and then multiple tools that don't talk to each other. You spend hours switching between different platforms and you hit usage limits and pay more before you've made it. The new way with Google AI Studio is that you get free access to Gemini 3, you get access to image generation with Nano Banana Pro, you get free grounding with Google Search, you can create your own tools, upload documents, images, videos, audio in one place. You don't have to worry about the usage limits because it's pretty generous and everything is in one single platform. So it's a much more efficient way of doing things. Now let's go back to AI Studio here. So we've got the new version. So this is the legacy version based on the tool that we wanted to. So we found this Fiverr gig that was like, I will design original premium retro vintage logo designs. And you can see it right here. So we can switch between these. I'm going to say, okay, enter a prompt or upload an existing logo to transform it into a masterpiece. All right, cool. We can actually upload there. Let's try this out. I'm actually going to just take the Goldie Agency logo from SEO Agency. We'll download that. And then we'll go back to AI Studio over here. We'll upload the image. There we go. And we're going to click on describe and edit. Okay, I'm going to say make this more vintage style. And it should edit the logo to create something more vintage. And again, this is like a free tool in the and then it will just edit the logo and automate that service that you can offer on Fiverr.com or whatever platform you want to do. Now, look at that. That's looking really cool. We just built this tool live on the live stream. Wow, amazing. And the way that we did it, again, if we go back to the whiteboard here, you find out what clients work, right? How do you do that? You just have a look on Fiverr.com, then you figure out how to automate it with AI, and then you build it with AI Studio. It's as simple as that, and it works. How do I know it works? How do you know like I'm actually doing what I'm talking about? You can see we have 2,000 reviews on Fiverr.com, right? So we've sold a lot of different products on Fiverr.com. and I know how to get results with it. So if you want to steal this stuff from me, you can. You're welcome to. All right, so let's break down some limiting beliefs here, because I know what you're thinking. So for example, you might think, oh, you need expensive AI tools to make money. You might think you need ChatGPT Plus or Claude Pro or Midjourney or all the paid stuff. Maybe you think it requires like buying a bunch of tools. But the new belief is like Google AI Studio actually gives you access to Gemini 2.5 Pro and 3 Pro and Nano Banana, one of the best models out there for free. So you can create proposals or close deals, generate lead magnets and build your email list. You can create content that brings in customers. You can create images that sell, all without spending, right? And the work that you automate inside here, you can sell to clients. So it's pretty amazing. Now, some people say AI is too hard to learn, especially for growing a business online. Maybe you've tried ChatGPT, you got confused, you didn't know what to type, you gave up, you never saw $1 from it. The new belief is you just need the right prompts and the right system. So AI Studio is simple. You type in plain English, you upload files, it responds, just like you've seen today. There's no code, there's no technical skills needed. And so today I'm giving you a framework, a system, so you know exactly what to do to start growing your online business. The old belief as well was probably like you need to be technical to do this stuff. And maybe you think AI is for developers, coders, tech people. You think they're the ones who are doing well with this, but that's not true at all. The new belief, the right belief to have is like AI Studio was built for regular business owners who just want to grow, right? Google made this for everyone. The interface is clean, it's simple, point and click. If you can use Google Docs or send a text message, you can use AI Studio and you can use it to grow your business. So let's keep going through now. Let's see what else we can do. All right. So maybe at this point, you're like, okay, I've created the tool. Now I want to automate the actual sales copy and everything else for the Fiverr gig, right? So you've created this tool. What you can do is if we screenshot this, so I'm going to just screenshot this page and then we're going to go over to AI Studio, go back here, go to build, playground. Here we go. We'll plug that image in that we just screenshot in a second. Create a Fiverr gig to sell this, including the title, headline, description, tags, etc. Right? So all the information we need to just automate actually posting the Fiverr gig itself as well. Right? So you can see here, for example, in my Fiverr gig profile, like you need gigs on there to actually get customers, right? And so it's going to automate all of that right now. You can see it's automated, for example, the category, the gig title, the gig headline, the description for the gig as well. Okay, so now you've automated the service and you've also automated the gig and everything else itself, right? It doesn't take a lot of time, but you can easily start creating tools using this process. And so if you want to learn this stuff, like just follow the steps from today. The old belief was like creating content takes forever. It doesn't pay off. Maybe you spend hours on blog posts or days on lead magnets or weeks on sales materials. And you're not even sure if it's actually growing your business, right? The new belief that I recommend is that AI Studio can create content in minutes that actually performs, that actually gets you results. So you can upload a document, ask it to summarize it, expand it, rewrite it for a specific audience. And what used to take you like 4 hours now takes 15 minutes. And you can spend the extra time like talking to clients, closing deals, growing your business. All right. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get access to all the video notes from today, you can get that inside the AI Success Lab, as you can see right here. All the notes from today plus a 30-day action plan are inside the AI Success Lab. So if you want to learn exactly how to implement this stuff, how to start using it, we've actually got a 30-day plan right here, along with a step-by-step tutorial, and you can steal this stuff for free directly from me. Now, I've shown you and proven to you that number one, you can find gigs online that you can automate with AI. Number two, I've shown you how to create these tools for free with AI, and I've also shown you how to automate actually promoting them with AI as well, using the AI Studio method. So it's super powerful. Definitely check it out if you haven't already, and cheers for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about how to use Notebook LM to make moolah. All right. So we're going to get straight into this. And if you're not familiar with Notebook LM, basically what it can do is you can create a bunch of stuff. For example, it can generate media, it can generate videos, you can generate PDFs and that sort of thing. And it's a huge new opportunity because no one knows how to use it yet. And also it is free to use, which is awesome for anyone watching this. And it is incredibly simple to use as well. And if you've never used this before, don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it. Plus, I'll talk you through some of the best ways to leverage it as well. All right. So we're going to get straight into this and I'm going to show you exactly how to use this bad boy. So as you can see right here, you've got the example, and this is actually a sales recipe. So we use it to train our team. But the cool thing about this is like you can actually use it for monetization, right? For selling services. So for example, if you actually go on like Fiverr.com, let's have a look on Fiverr.com, right? And I know this because like I've sold over 2,000 gigs on Fiverr. I'd be scared of all these crazy pop-ups. And then I've sold over 2,000 gigs on Fiverr.com itself. we reached a lot of people, we sold a lot of stuff, right? And one of the things that you see on Fiverr is that people are actually hiring designers for infographic designs, right? So if you go up here, you can see, for example, this is how much you can sell an infographic for. And if you have any questions as we go along here, feel free to ask as well. But you can see this is how much these infographics are being sold for. So if you're using this, basically you can create a gig on Fiverr.com and then you can sell, for example, infographics. Now, why is that important? Because if you actually load up a notebook and let's say a client hired you to generate an infographic about anti-gravity, just as a random example, generating an infographic on about Google anti-gravity is as simple as loading in a source from YouTube. Like you can see here, we've actually plugged in the YouTube video from my channel. And then from here, you can actually plug that into Notebook LM. And then from there, you can actually generate an infographic like you can see, right? So it's really simple and easy to generate these infographics, and then clients will pay for that. Clients will actually buy that as a service, right? Which is a really good opportunity for you or for anyone watching. And you can do the same on Upwork as well. So if we go into Upwork.com here, we'll go to Upwork. And if we go into Upwork.com, let's have a look here. We'll type in infographic designer just to see what's happening here. And you can see there's tons of infographic designers and you can see how much they're charging, how much they've earned, right? And so you can see, is it a good opportunity or not? And from what I can see, for example, like presentation pitches here, for example, you've got Ashish who's charging this for doing freelance content design, etc. Like selling infographics or selling client site slide decks or whatever on Fiverr would actually be really simple and easy, right? And you see here it's generating an infographic. So if we go back over here and we'll go to, let's have a look here. I'm going to pull up an example, sales SP. Here we go. So you can see here, for example, we've actually generated this infographic, and per infographic, some clients would be willing to pay something like this plus the fees to do that, right? To hire someone like you to do this for them, right? And so you can just find gigs that you potentially could easily automate on Notebook LM and then use those and generate those using Fiverr.com, right? King says, I want to work with you. If you want to work with me, feel free to become an affiliate. So inside the AI Profit Boardroom, what we actually have is we have an affiliate option here where if you become a member of the AI Profit Boardroom, you can actually edit my videos, clip them. Loads of members inside the AI Profit Boardroom are doing that. And then you can actually generate affiliate sales doing that, right? So you can just grab an affiliate link once you're a member of the AI Profit Boardroom, and then you can clip my videos and post them. If you want to do that, feel free, go ahead. Lots of people inside the AI Profit Boardroom doing that, but we're not looking to hire like any editors or anything like that. So if you go back to Notebook, you see we've generated this beautiful ink. It's actually better than what most people would design normally. And how easy is that to generate, right? We can easily and quickly create those sort of things. If we go back to the notes here as well, it's quite easy to find other services that you could potentially sell. So for example, here, if we type in presentations, you can see what people are charging for presentations. Some people are charging above this, some people are charging below that, etc. That just gives us a feel for whether this is like a good service to sell or not. And so how can you automate creating slide decks? You can actually do that inside Notebook LM, right? So once you've loaded the custom training, and let's say, for example, you can load in sources about whatever that person wants to create infographics around, and then you can easily generate those inside, for example, Notebook LM. So if you want to generate a slide deck, you can right here. And there's the slide deck. If you want to see an example of that, let me pull this one up. So this is a slide deck that we automated earlier using Notebook. How easy is that, right? Beautifully designed, automated in one click. And all you have to do is plug in the sources, right? And again, it's better than what most people would design normally, right? And we did it for free inside Notebook LM. And again, you could sell that as a service on something like Fiverr.com to get some clients, get some customers, etc., directly on there, right? And all you need to do is just do the keyword research here. The same, for example, for videos. We type in videos here. Let's say, for example, viral faceless YouTube here. You can see people are selling this as a service, and you can see like with so many reviews, these people are getting reviews and they are reaching a lot of people, which means that it's a potential Fiverr gig we could sell, right? And how would we do that? All we need to do is go inside Notebook LM, and then we can click on like video review, and then it's very simple to generate that video. So we've got the slide deck and the video. If you want to see an example of something that we've actually created before, here's an example. It does come with voiceover as well, but I'm not going to play the voiceover just because I don't think this sound will be very good. But I'll play the video itself. So if we plug this up and we'll click play on this, you can see, for example, we've got the video here. We can actually download that or share it. And this is a video with a slide deck, sound playing over the top. And it was really easy to create that, right? All we did was just automate it in one single click. And so, like I said, it could be videos, it could be slide decks, it could be infographics, etc. But whatever you want is very easy to really use Notebook to help you create these, right? And it doesn't take a long time at all. And so whatever you want to automate, you actually can. And there's been a bunch of updates as well coming out all the time. So if you go back to Notebook LM, if you're struggling for ideas, you can always go to Claude as well. Or in fact, we can even, this is a pretty cool thing you can do, right? So if we actually go into Notebook and we can actually discover sources, right? So if we click on discover sources, we can actually train a Notebook LM for ideas for our business, right? So if you want to set up like an online business, for example, you can type in deep research here and you can say, okay, here's what I want to learn about inside my notebook, as you can see, right? So we're going to plug that in here. That's going to go off on the internet, find a bunch of sources that we can use to then train our notebook to generate more ideas, right? So if you're not sure, okay, like what services could I sell online or what can I automate with AI? What's some new creations that we could generate? You can actually use Notebook, train it up and then get a bunch of cool ideas like you can see. All right, so we'll just wait for that to load. We can do quick research as well. So if we click on a new tab here, we'll click on create new. And then from here, what we'll actually do is we will load in a source, but we'll just do the fast research, right? And so again, I'm going to type in, for example, this, because that's what I want to learn about inside my notebook, or I want to get ideas off. We've got deep research running over here. We've got fast research running over here. And again, this tool is free, right? So you might as well take advantage of it. If it's free, you have nothing to lose, right? And you can see it's loaded 7 more sources, bunch of ideas right here. We can change the search. So we could say, okay, delete that. Let's get a bunch of ideas like this. Difference between the fast search and the deep search is that deep search is going to take a lot longer, but it will find many more sources. So the accuracy and the quality of the notebook should be much higher, right? Whereas fast search, you'll get quicker answers, but the quality will probably be a little bit lower, right? And so you can see a bunch of curated sources right here. We can actually open those up and you can see all the sources it's taken from. So it's searched the web and it's found a bunch of different ideas from articles and blogs and that sort of thing. And also we have some examples of YouTube videos too, right? And so we're going to click on import like that. Now you can see that's beginning to import the sources into our notebook, right? How easy was that? And now what we can do is we can say, okay, give me a few ideas on this. All right, so we'll type that in. And now that's beginning to scan the text, come up with some ideas, find a bunch of ideas for us. And then you can see here that we can use the notebook, find ideas for our online business, right? And the same with the deep research once that's completed. So it's now developing implementation strategies, defining concrete actions, etc. And for example, we could create and sell educational digital products, right? And the reason for that is that Notebook excels at synthesizing complex information into study guides, summaries, and FAQs. So it'd be great for creating info products, right? And then you can actually sell those online, right? And that could be like printable planners, guides, or workbook. And it's a really easy way to generate them. So how would that work step by step? You just select a niche topic, then you're going to create source material, then you're going to generate educational assets. And then from here, you can just verify, refine, and package and sell them, right? The other option is high-end research and content editing services. So instead of generating AI content, you could use Notebook LM's ability to create answers like this. So it could be like drafting articles and website content. And again, like if you go over to Fiverr.com and you're like, okay, my client's looking for this, the client's interested in this, etc. We'll type in blogs over here. And if we type in blogs, you can see that there's a bunch of blog writing services that are doing really well, right? And so we could easily emulate that same service using Notebook LM. And what we could actually do, this is interesting as well, is we could say, okay, now write a Fiverr gig listing selling my services for blog writing. And we can actually use the notebook to not just come up with the ideas, but also to write the ads and everything else. Rizvan, shout out to you, you absolute legend, has said, that's great. As a digital marketer, I see a lot of potential using this tool. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, like there's so much you can do with it, so much potential with this, right? So for example, here we've automated not just the idea, but we've also automated the gig title, the category, the search tags, right? It's actually written the sales copy for the Fiverr gig itself, right? With the table and everything else. And this is, I know that this would do pretty well. The reason that I know this is because, I've had over 2,000 reviews on Fiverr.com itself, right? If you go back to Fiverr.com here, let me open this tab up. You can see that's how many reviews I've got on Fiverr.com and all these happy clients right here, right? If you actually go on to same on Upwork, right? Here's my profile on Upwork. You can see our earnings right here, right? You can see how we've done, how many clients we've had, how many total jobs. And how do we do that? We did it by finding jobs that we could sell on Upwork. Now, how can you find jobs that you can sell on Upwork? You just go onto this notebook, for example, like this one, and you can start generating these. By the way, if you want access to this for free, this notebook right here, it's basically like an idea generator for this sort of stuff. What I'm actually going to do is I will share this for free inside the AI Success Lab, link in the comments description. So if you go to the AI Success Lab, as you can see, then you're going to go to the classroom, and then inside the classroom, go to December 2025. And from here, we can add in this, as you can see, right? So I'm going to add in under the resources section, a free tool for generating ideas plus Fiverr copy. All right. And you can do that. You can get free access to that inside the AI Success Lab. Link in the comments description, right? If you want to get access to that. Amir says, wow, shout out to you, Amir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm glad that helps. I'm glad you're finding this useful. So that's awesome. And if we go back to that notebook as well, what we can also do here is we could say, okay, give me 5 ideas for 5 gigs I could sell with Notebook LM. And then what it's going to do from here is give us a bunch of ideas of stuff we could start selling using the process. All right. So it's brainstorming gig ideas, formulating 5 gigs, etc. Identifying skill gaps, right? And it will generate a bunch of ideas that we can use to start generating opportunities and new gigs that we could potentially sell online, right? Super easy and fast to do. And so, for example, it could be like the audio deep dive creator, right? And the gig title will be, I will turn your articles, reports, or PDFs into an engaging deep dive audio podcast, right? And if you want to automate that inside Notebook LM, literally all you do is just click on this button here, and that will actually automate a podcast that you could sell on Fiverr. And then you can just list this gig. Super easy, right? And again, like if you just want to, if a client comes to you and they're like, okay, I need an infographic about this or that, right? You just go to create new notebook, then you're going to click on discover sources, fast research, and you just type in whatever the client wants their service about, right? So if the client comes to you, they're like, okay, I want an infographic on aliens. Okay, mate, let me just plug in aliens into Notebook LM, fast research, hit enter. And then from there, once that research is loaded and all the sources are loaded here, we can generate audio views or video views or reports or infographics, etc. Right? So we'll import those into the notebook, as you can see. And now we've added those sources for aliens, and we can just quickly create an infographic, right? And then you could easily sell that as a service, right? That's something that you could potentially sell as a service to customers. We've already validated that people are interested on Fiverr.com. And so how quick and easy is this to do? That's what we're talking about. So Ahmad says, how to optimize Fiverr gig for high rankings on Fiverr? Great question. All right. So I'm going to break this down on these notes here. So how to optimize Fiverr gig. All right. So number one, and you're basically doing, think of this as SEO, right? So for example, here, if we type in blogs, you can see a bunch of related words to blog writing, right? So for example, blog writing, music blog, SEO blog writing. These are keywords that you can include inside your, so you're going to find keywords. So find keywords by the auto suggest, then add them to the tags, the description, the title, etc. Right? Then it's SEO optimized for whatever people type on Fiverr.com, right? The other way that you can do this is you can also, if you get more reviews, so more reviews equals higher rankings, right? So if you ever type in, for example, like blog on Fiverr.com, you can see all the gigs with the most reviews tend to show up the best, right? Top of that, fully optimized gig or fully complete gig, right? So description, video, full profile, etc. Those little things are going to help you rank high. And then the other thing that I would say here is just trying to rank for like lower competition stuff, right? So for example, blog writing is going to be much harder to rank for because it's quite obvious, whereas music blog is going to be much easier to rank for. So that gives you an idea of, okay, if I go for easier keywords, will it be easier to rank? Well, of course, right? So you want to target low competition keywords. But those are like 4 ways that you can easily optimize your Fiverr gigs for better rankings on Fiverr, all right? So that's basically it. That's basically how I would recommend using Notebook LM to leverage this and to get clients, to get more customers, to get more sales. I actually have a full Notebook LM system inside the AI Success Lab, completely free, link in the comments description. You can get access to that. It also comes with a community of 40,100 people here, and this is all completely free. So you can jump in the community, meet loads of cool people. You can get all my latest trainings. If I'm going live, I actually post it inside there and just alert everyone, as you can see. And then also inside the classroom here, you can get access to all my video notes and all the coolest stuff that's happening with AI right now. So for example, if we go inside here, we've got training on like Gemini Flash, it just came out, Notebook LM, AI Super Gems, right? If we scroll down here, you can see that we've got training on like Open Notebook LM. We've got all the video notes from today as well inside here. So this is all inside the AI Success Lab, and it's completely free, and you can get it today, right? Link in the comments description. If you want help, support, if you want to learn really how to leverage AI to grow a business online, to start getting more customers, getting more clients, maybe you're running a freelance business, or you want to just learn how to use Notebook LM to really automate your business and save time and everything else, feel free to join the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description. This comes with an amazing community of awesome people winning with AI. You'll also get access to the classroom with all of my best trainings on this stuff. And also we have 4 weekly coaching calls. So if you're ever stuck, you can jump on the live calls, get help, get support, meet the community, etc. And that is all there for you inside the AI Profit Boardroom. It's available at aiprofitboardroom.com, or you can just click the link in the comments. All right. Appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.